just put it that way, in stopping the vegetation fire. They're working on the structure fires right now. 2 fully involved fires. Again, we've had multiple explosions in the area from apparently propane tanks. So this is still a very active fire. There are some evacuations in the area. Highway 88 is closed at Inspiration Road. Okay, so it's closed there at Inspiration. You won't get any further. So again, please drive carefully and drive safely. Stay away from that area. And we're going to keep you updated throughout this football game. We'll be dropping in and out of the game to bring you updates on this. Again, the what's called the Corral fire burning at the old OK Corral restaurant. Let's take a quick trip to Sutter Creek right now. Hey, Jake, are you and Frank ready for some pregame action?
Well, I sure am. I don't know about my partner. He disappeared on me, but I'm ready to go.
Apparently not. Okay.
Yeah, we're ready to go, Jim.
We will be going to Frank and Jake very shortly. Stick around.
Jim?
Going on a trip soon? And cooling system. You know, people usually don't think about their automobile until it's too late. Well, Rory's Towing and Repair will service your car or truck with everything from brakes and air conditioning to complete engine installation. No job too big, no job too small. Rory's does it all. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 245-6674 to schedule an appointment. And remember, if you need help on the road, Rory's AAA Towing is here to help 24/7, serving Amador, El Dorado, Slough House, and Rancho Murrieta. 245-6674. They're here for you when you need them. Napa-approved auto care. Rory's Towing and Repair. All right, again, we just want to bring you a very brief update. Apparently, forward progress has been stopped on the vegetation part of the fire off of Highway 88 at OK Corral. They are making good progress on the structure fires. 2 structures fully engulfed, and again, multiple explosions heard coming from those structures, and fire crews saying they were propane tanks. So again, that is the latest that we have. And again, we'll be going out to Frank and Jake. They are at Sutter Creek. In fact, let's see if we can try one more time to go back out to Frank and Jake at Sutter Creek and see what's going on. Guys, you ready?
Yeah, all right. Well, hey, good evening, everybody, from Amador High School here in Sutter Creek, California. We're here with a look at the KVGC Game of the Week. Jakey, Frank Alvers here, the Amador Thundering Herd taking on the Calaveras High School. Frank?
Well, I'm really excited about this game. This should be a good contest. You know, this Amador Buffalo team comes in just on a roll, 6-0, faces a Calaveras team that's starting to find themselves a little bit. They're 4-2. They've won 3 of their last 4 games, and you know, I really think tonight is Calaveras is going to have a very difficult time, in my opinion, scoring points against this defense. This is a defense that has only allowed 41 points all year long, and I can tell you that I've been to several of the games, and the first-team defense has not allowed 20 points all year long.
I know.
Those other points have been backups in runaway games, and if you look at Calaveras' schedule, Calaveras has trouble scoring points against good teams.
Yeah.
They've stacked up all the points that they've scored, and just for comparison purposes, Ammeter has scored 256 points. Calaveras has scored 146, and 76 of those have been in the last 2 games against Summerville and Stellar Prep.
Oh, wow.
They've been shut out twice. They're a methodical team. They're not a team that is good when they get behind. They're going to have to rely on their quarterback a lot tonight. Nolan Dart, they don't like to throw the ball, and their big bruising running back, Clayton Moore, along with Donovan Giangregorio.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a real quick break. We're going to do another big deep dive into what we're going to be expecting tonight here at Amador High School. But first, we want to thank our sponsors, Cans Propane, and the Cans Propane pregame show. We'll be back from Amador High School with more pregame action. Just a second.
A longtime supporter of youth activities in Amador County, the folks at Camps Propane hope you enjoy tonight's high school football action on Hometown Radio. Visit Camp's showroom on Highway 88 in Pioneer. Ask about the Easy Saver program and senior discounts available. And you'll never run out of gas again with Camp's Smart System Tank Monitoring program. They also carry a complete line of RV supplies, gas refrigerators, and barbecues. For more information, visit Camps Propane in Pioneer or their website at campspropane.com. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we are back here on this beautiful Friday night here in Amador County at Amador High School, watching the Thundering Herd take on Calaveras. Frank, what else is going on this week?
Well, one of the things. But first of all, let's just run down the other games real quick. Argonaut traveled over to Somerville, and that game, because there's no power over in Tuolumne, started very early. So they were trying to get that one in before darkness took over. A great JV game over there. Argonaut pulled that one out 41-38. Just, wow, a real shootout over there.
Yeah.
So Argonaut varsity is over at Somerville, and Sonora just gets another layup this week playing Bret Hart. So they start out two easy ones, and then things get a little more difficult as they've got Calaveras next week and then Amador the week after that. But, those of you that have heard me call these Amador games so far, the thing that I am just so impressed with, and I think that is really a strength of this team, is these big guys up front. They're big,
definitely.
They're strong, and they're athletic. When you look at Darian Nelson and Eagle Baxter, when he pulls out in front of that run game, getting around the edge, he is athletic. He gets out there in a hurry for a big guy. Thomas Fancher, Jack Mitchell, Clinton Lyman. Those are just big guys that are disruptive. And then you got the tackling machine that is shooting gaps all over the place with Nash Wiley. And then the good news for the Buffs tonight, their starting quarterback, Gunnar Drake, is back. He's good to go. He got hurt. He didn't play in that El Dorado game. He sprained his ankle before the game even started. Was limited last week against Bret Hart. He came in for a couple series. He did throw 2 touchdown passes. But this last Tuesday, he tweaked his ankle again. He is good to go. He's on the field. I watched him warm up. He looks like he's okay. Well, that may be something to watch during the game. But, of course, he's going to be looking for his favorite target in Gus Gedney, Lance Derman-William, West Villarreal. This Amador team is really good, and I think that they're going to score more points than Calaveras can score against this great Amador defense.
And I think you're absolutely right, Frank. It's going to be difficult for the already beleaguered Calaveras offense to come up with anything against undoubtedly one of the best defenses I've seen in a very long time.
Well, I'm sure, first-year coach Doug Clark, he knows this. He's seen film. I'm sure he's got some things in store, because when we've seen Calaveras a couple games we've done, they do not like to throw the ball unless they have to.
Yeah.
And they just like to pound the game. They like to shorten the game, keep that clock running, and pound it with more and pound it with more and pound it with more. That's what they like to do.
Absolutely.
So if they can keep the Amador offense off the field by eating some clocks up and chewing some first downs, however, that's a little more difficult. It's easier said than done.
Yes, absolutely.
Against this defense. So,
definitely.
I expect this defense to stand tall tonight. And as good as the offense is, and they certainly can put up points, I truly, truly believe the defense is the strength of this football team.
Yeah, well, and another just bit of a fun fact there. So the Calaveras head coach was the longtime varsity defensive coordinator as well. So, I can definitely see the strong suit with Calaveras being there. So it looks like Amador has won the toss and will receive. And that, I guess, is how we're going to kick off this week 2 action.
That's interesting. So I wasn't paying attention to the coin flip. So they won the toss.
Looks like they won the toss, yes.
And they received. So they did not defer. That's interesting.
Yeah. So we're going to be back after the national anthem here once we hear what's coming on there. But games around the rest of the league. In the end of the first quarter, it is Sonora 14, Bret Hart 0. No surprise there. But at halftime over in Summerville, it is 0-0 still. Our Argonauts nor the Bears have been able to break the scoreboard. So
well, not terribly surprising over there. Summerville's best player got hurt last week. I do not know the extent of that injury and if he's even playing tonight, and that's Veach.
Yes.
and we know Argonaut struggles a little bit in getting in the end zone.
All right, hey, so the national anthem just started. We'll be right back with more high school football action from Amador High School in just a moment.
A longtime supporter of youth activities in Amador County, the folks at Camps Propane hope you enjoyed tonight's high school football action on Hometown Radio. Visit Camp's showroom on Highway 88 in Pioneer. Ask about the Easy Saver program and senior discounts available. And you'll never run out of gas again with Camp's Smart System Tank Monitoring program. They also carry a complete line of RV supplies, gas refrigerators, and barbecues. For more information, visit Camps Propane in Pioneer or their website at campspropane.com. Why do people come from all over to buy a vehicle from Thompson's Buick GMC in Placerville? To experience the best in customer service, great deals, and excellent selection. Thompson's makes car buying fun, easy, and convenient. While you can even order online and have your vehicle delivered. Thompson's Buick GMC, 55 Placerville Drive in Placerville, and on the web at thompsonsbuickgmc.com. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we are back here at Amador High School as the national anthem rings out here on this beautiful Friday night. Great night for football, Frank.
Yeah, it's a beautiful fall evening. It was a little bit humid earlier, and as the sun went down and that humidity's dropped a little bit, a little fall feeling in the air. It's just a great night. Thank God we've got the power on and we're using the regular light standards, because I got to tell you, folks, the portable ones they have in here, they're only about 25 feet tall, and that would have made for an interesting football game.
Well, Adam and I were saying, you're going to have to play the game in like 20-yard increments, basically.
Well, you're going to lose the ball on punts, and kicks. It goes up in the dark and waits for it to come down.
What's going on?
Yeah. So anyway, so thank God we've got our power back tonight, because this should be a good one. Calaveras is going to kick off back deep for the Buffs is West Villarreal, number 1, and number 22, Blake Stock. And kicking off for Calaveras is number 2, Johnny Lozano. So we're about ready to get this one underway, as Ammeter will have the ball first, putting their undefeated 6-0 record on the line against the 4-2 Calaveras High School football team here tonight. So the ball is on the tee. There's the whistle. We're going to get this one underway.
All right, so what do you think they're going to do here, Frank? Do you think we're going to see a deep punt, or do you think we're going to see another kind of squib like we've seen?
No, I think they're going to kick it. I mean, I don't think that Lozano's got a huge leg, so it's probably going to try to land it in between the deep and the second row is what my guess is going to be.
All right, let's
Somewhere's
see.
Try to drop it in around the 15-yard line if possible. It kicks it up, and it's going to be Villarreal. Good kick, fails it at the 6-yard line. He gets across 15 to the 20, looking for a block. He's get hit and taken down at about the 24-yard line is where they're going to spot it, and that's where the Buffs will take over with their first possession.
So with the ball on the 24-yard line, we have Gunner, the gunslinger Drake, coming back onto the field to run the offense for the Amador Thundering Herd. Frank?
All right, so it's good to see him back in after that little setback they had on Tuesday. I was talking to his grandfather earlier, and they got him all taped up, and he's good to go. His grandfather said, it's a long way from your heart. You're not the first one to play a football game with a sprained ankle. All right, Drake under center. Handoff straight ahead. Hit almost immediately. Maybe a loss of a couple on the play. Good surge by the Calaveras defense there.
Donovan Giangregorio was there making initial contact there for the Calaveras.
Gian Gregorio, we've called that name over the years for Calaveras. His brother went on and was playing at Modesto JC, I believe, when he first got out of school. This is a couple of years ago now. So Drake's going to go out of the shotgun. We got trips set up to the right this time. Drake looks to throw. Throws a little bubble screen off to the right. Breaks one tackle. That's to Gedney before he's knocked out of bounds. That's going to be a little bit short of the line of gain. So it's going to set up a 3rd down and 2 for Amador. Just had Gedney just back up a little bit in that bubble screen and had the other 2 receivers on this side as blockers out there. Gained about 10 on the play, but it's going to leave him a couple yards short after the loss on 1st down. Drake under center this time. Gives it the first. Oh, and he's tackled immediately. Nice job. Grabbed by the ankle there Let me see if I can get a number on that.
Let's see what we can see.
There was a little bit of a hole, and he just caught him up by the ankle right there. Shot in from the right side. Still getting up off the bottom right there, and he's not turning around for me.
57, I believe, Frank.
Anyway, 4th down, so Ammeter goes 3 and out on their first possession. Good snap. Kick is off. It's a high kick, not very deep. Calaveras is going to let it bounce. Takes a bit of a Calaveras bounce. Ammeter is going to down it, but Calaveras is going to have pretty good field position starting on the 39-yard line. So good job by the Calaveras defense to start this game out. Ammeter goes 3 and out on their first possession. And Calaveras gets their first shot with the ball.
And Nolan Dart coming onto the field to run the offense for Calaveras. And, of course, now we're going to see this, well, quite almost unstoppable defense of the Amador Thundering Herd.
Well, we'll see what Calaveras has up their sleeve, and Coach Clark. There was a jump from the right guard as well as the nose tackle for Amador. Let's see how they call that. I know it's not going to be offsetting penalties as we discussed last week.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was, you know.
Now they're going to talk about it because they're not sure who jumped first here. Obviously, if the offense jumped first, it's a false start because that's a pre-snap call, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the replay would be able to show us because it wasn't quite we weren't quite in tight yet. So let's see what the White Hat says.
They're going to call it against Calaveras, false start.
All right, so Calaveras starts its drive off with a procedure penalty right
First
there.
and 15 now for Calaveras. I can tell you, I believe that was number 77, Andelin, that jumped for the Buffs, and he thought it was on him. Second man through, number 26. Got a little running room across the 40-yard line. Nice, strong run that time by Clayton Moore. Gain up to the 43-yard line. So got the 5 back they lost on the penalty, +4, gain of 9 on the play. Be second down and 6.
Not a bad start coming out of the gate for Calaveras.
Moore really runs low.
Yeah.
And he's really strong with his legs, and he's hard to bring down. Motion coming from the left-hand side. They're going to give it to Moore again. Gets across the 45 to the 50, breaking tackles. That'll be a first down for Calaveras.
And
excuse me, that was number 21. That was not Moore. That was Jake Hopper.
And we have number 55 there in on the tackle there for Amador.
That's Josh Lyman, or Clint Lyman, excuse me.
Yeah.
So first and 10, ball sits right at the 50. So after the 5-yard penalty, Calaveras runs 2 plays and moves the chains. Motion again from this left side. They're going to give it to him, and then another flag on the play.
I think this might be a motion penalty, Frank.
They were trying to give it to Lozano on the sweep. And it is going to be a false start against Calaveras, so they're going to be in the same situation they found themselves when this drive started with a first and 15. Ball sits now at the 45-yard line.
Oh, hey, Tony Boitano from his lofty perch up in Genoa at the Hot Springs up there tells us that the kicker is Andrew Selly, not Lozano.
Well, he's number 2. That's what we've got on our roster.
I don't know what kind of binoculars you have up there in Nevada, but I don't know what you're seeing there.
They're going to give it to Lozano, trying to dance his way around the right side and just swarmed by that Amador defense.
So let's watch how this develops here real quick. So
Darian Nelson did a really good job, number 51 on that.
So we see the motion here coming across. Nothing like we've seen every time. Here's the give. Good stay home there by the defensive end. Swallows it up. There's Nash Wiley.
And number 51, Darian Nelson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down and 15.
Good team tackling.
Dart under center. Motion again coming from the left. That's Lozano. Fakes it to him. Gives it forward to number 21. That is Hopper. Gain of about 4 on the play. Is going to set up a third down and 11.
And Bertero coming up with a nice seal tackle in the open field right there.
We saw Bertero have a big game, defensive game up in Washington a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
So third down and 11 for Calaveras. Ball sits on the Calaveras 49-yard line.
7 minutes, 54 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Hopper, the lone back behind Dart. Lozano goes into motion. They're going to pitch to him on the jet sweep. Trying to get outside. He gets around the corner. He's got a little room. There's a flag on the play. He got enough for the first down, but I think I saw a flag come out on that as he made that corner.
Let's see what we got here in the no, nothing quite there. It's what? How many weeks have I been working at this, Frank? About 7 weeks, and I still haven't quite figured this whole instant replay thing out.
Let's see what they're going to figure out here. The ball looks like it's going to be just short of the first down where they marked it, 2 yards short. It'll set up a 4th down and 2. Line of gain is the 40-yard line. Calaveras is going to go for it. Motion this time from the right. Straight ahead handoff to Hopper. He's got the first down as he crosses the 40-yard line. So that'll move the chains again. 2 first downs in a row for Calaveras. And they've had to get 15 yards to get both of them.
Good start there for Calaveras. Hey, real quick, Calaveras number Ace Hardware scoring update. At the end of the third quarter over there in Somerville, it is still 0-0. Neither team able to get into the points column just yet.
All right, so new set of downs for Calaveras. Number 36 checks in. That's Connor Christensen for the Buffs. Dart under center. Motion this time from the right. Going to give it this way. Trying to get the edge. He's got some room around the corner. He gets across the 20. Knocked out of bounds. Finally by number 30, that's Miguel Mora. But a nice run on the play by Lozano.
So look at this. He reads his good block, gets a nice step outside, and there was nobody but open grass.
See, and that's one thing we haven't seen Botero doing. He cut in. He had a bad angle, and Lozano just went right around him. So 1st and 10, the ball now sits at the 12-yard line. Calaveras impressive opening drive. Straight ahead handoff to Moore that time. He gets across the 10 down to about, I think they're spotted about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, looks like it.
We're going to interrupt the game for just a moment. We just received word from the site of the Corral fire. Forward progress stopped in the vegetation. Good progress on the structures. However, there are power lines down. Again, Highway 88 at the Corral fire in Amador Pines.
All right, 2nd down and 7. They're going to give it to Moore again off right tackle, and he's stacked up, and they're still pushing the pile, but they're going to mark forward progress. It looks like about the 6-yard line. So that's going to set up a 3rd down and 3. They can get a first down without getting in the end zone.
Just a solid, well-blocked dive right there.
That's what they like to do. They like to keep the ball on the ground and eat that clock up. 5:57 and counting here to go in the first quarter. So Amateurs had 1 possession. They went 3 and out. Handoff again, this time to number 21. Stock. It is going to be really close to a first down. Let's see where they spot it.
So Hopper on the carry there for Calaveras. And I think they're going to, it looks like they're going to mark it about the 3. It looks like.
They haven't moved the chains yet. Now they're calling a timeout. They're looking at it. They're still looking at it. Well, either measure it or don't. They're going to measure it.
Measure it. All right, hey, so while they're measuring it, we have a quick break here. Calaveras number Ace Hardware scoring update. At the end of 3 quarters in Somerville, it is 0-0. And then, of course, Sonora rolling over Bret Hart 28-0 right now. That's our Calaveras number Ace Hardware scoring update.
All right, here comes the chains. Let's see if I can get some binoculars on there as they stretch it out. It looks like they're going to be short, I believe. Just a hair.
Short.
They're staring at it. I'm not too sure.
Okay. So now we got to figure out. Okay, do the little phrase on the end of the leather, does that count?
I think it's 4th down in inches.
Yeah. And I'm going to say centimeters there, Frank.
So they stared at it a long time. They were trying to figure out if it was or it wasn't. And they're a lot closer than us.
Oh, boy.
So 4th down, very short. The ball just outside the 3-yard line. So I can almost guarantee this one's going to Moore.
Calaveras poised to strike here.
Nope, they're going to give it to Hopper, and he's hitting the backfield, but then he breaks loose of the tackle, lunges forward for the touchdown.
Oh, man, that's a heartbreaker right there.
So Hopper takes it in from 4 yards out, and let's see the defender that had him in the backfield and just couldn't hold on. And that was number 55.
That's Clinton Lyman.
And just couldn't hold on as Hopper takes it in on nice first possession for Calaveras.
All right.
For the 4-yard touchdown.
And Calaveras looks like they're set to kick. So number 20 is set to kick for Calaveras. That is Andrew Selly.
Well, Selly didn't kick off Tony, by the way. Number 2 did. Kick is up. It's a low line drive, but it goes through the upright. So with 5:01 left to go in the first quarter, Calaveras on their first possession drives the ball 61 yards for the touchdown to take a 7-0 lead. We'll be back with more first quarter action right after this.
The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage, conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction, state license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at Amador High School. 5 minutes on the clock left in the first quarter on this beautiful Friday evening. Calaveras just scored 7-0. Coming to kick. Frank?
Well, that was a little punch in the mouth to the Amador defense right there. Calaveras took the ball, their first possession of the game, and went down 61 yards and just methodically, like I said they like to do, pound that football with Moore as well as Hopper, eating that clock up. 5 minutes left, 7 minutes gone here in the first quarter, and Amador has only had 3 offensive possessions. Short stock's going to take it at the 15, the 20, looking for a block, gets across the 25, and he's brought down right there at about the 26-yard line. That's where Amador will start their second possession to see if they can get something going on offense.
You know, one thing that I really liked watching on that one was, okay, so Calaveras used a good mix of their backs. They didn't rely on one too heavily. And, you know, I like the run that Hopper was giving off on the last couple of runs there.
When they're running north and south, you're going to see Moore and Hopper. Then they like to use Lozano with that jet sweep motion.
Absolutely.
So Drake's going to come out under center this time. I formation behind him. They're going to give it to the second man through. Gets across the 30-yard line. That was it Villarreal? I couldn't tell.
I believe that is Villarreal in the backfield right here. Let's see.
So nice gain on the play across the 30-yard line to the 31. Gain of about 4 to be second down and 6.
Yeah, just a straight lead dive to Villarreal right there.
Gallardo was out in front on the block there. Second down and 6 for the Buffs.
4:25 left in the first quarter.
Motion this time coming from the left. That's Villarreal looking for a kick-out block. And what a great job by the defensive end for Calaveras. That's number 26.
Number 20.
That is Clayton Moore.
And let's watch this real quick. So we see Moore on the outside here. Coming up. Good seal. Nowhere to go.
He just beat the block.
He beat the block.
He just went outside around the block, and they had nowhere to run. So loss of 1 on the play. It'll set up a 3rd down and 7. So pretty conservative so far by the Buffaloes. Drake under center. Again, I formation. Drake wants to throw. He's looking left. He throws it to Gedney. Complete. That's good for the first down up to about the 39-yard line. Just a little out pattern that Gedney ran. Drake delivered it on time and on target for the first down.
And, you know, that's the kind of a bread and butter pass there. Of course, Drake loves to hit Gedney. Of course, he's got another weapon in Dermanuelian, and then they can even get Wes Villarreal even involved in the passing tree as well.
And they know they like to hit Gedney on that go route, so that defender's playing a little soft, and that's easy for him to cut it off for that out pattern. Drake again from the shotgun. He wants to throw. He's rolling to his right. Throws a nice pass, caught at about the 46-yard line by number 4. That's Lance Derman-William. Another good pass by Drake. He came out on a designed rollout to his right. The ankle looked fine on that one. Gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
He gave us a little hop toss right there.
And, you know, that's where Calaveras is going to be susceptible. When we saw them play against Ripon, you can throw the ball against this defense. They're pretty tough inside between the tackles. I formation right in front of us, gunner in the center. He's looking, second man through. Oh, nice tackle in the backfield. That was number 11, Cole Allen. And he was tripped up in the backfield. Nice penetration there. I believe that was by number 44.
It was 53, Gian Gregorio right there.
Gian Gregorio.
Yeah.
We'll be calling more on Gian Gregorio's numbers a lot because they really rely on those two guys on both sides of the ball. You won't see them come off the field much. So that'll set up a 3rd down and 5 now for the Buffs. The ball sits just shy of the Amador 45-yard line.
And we got about 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Game moving quick.
Drake in the shotgun this time. Going to give it to the jet sweep motion to Allen, trying to get around the right side. He gets hit, still driving forward. Gets up to the 50-yard line, fighting for that 1st down. That'll be enough to move the chains. We've seen Allen get loose. He's fast, and he started out on the left side, gave him motion, and just a jet sweep right around this side.
And, you know, and Allen did a really good job of getting his pads low there right into contact and was able to roll that hit right off of him.
So Ammeter coming back here on this second possession, 2 first downs in a row. Ball sits right at the 50-yard line. 1:37 left here to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Calaveras. Again, I formation. Drake under center. He wants to throw. He's rolling it again to his right. Uh-oh, and he's in trouble. He slipped. He slipped, and he's taken down by number 58. He wanted to go deep on that to, I believe that was Allen, and his plant foot slipped.
And he was just swallowed up there because he couldn't get it right by Caden
Villegas. Got him. So big loss. Big loss. That'll set up a 3rd down and 19 now for Amador.
And we have got 54 seconds and counting here left in the first quarter. I think this is probably going to be the last play we see this quarter.
Well, unless it's an incomplete pass. Gunner under center. Allen, or motion from the right. He's looking to throw. Shows a short pass to Gedney. Gedney gets back across the 50. That's going to be well short of the 1st down. So that'll set up a 3rd down. Clock is continuing to run, so he stayed in bounds. So that will be the last play of the quarter, I believe. There's no reason for Amador to hustle up and try to get one more play off. So they're going to place it at the Calaveras 48-yard line, so it'll set up a 3rd down and 8.
You know, and if there's only one thing that I could kind of nitpick about the way Gedney receives is after he secured the catch and he's going through, his ball handling is pretty loose when he starts fighting for that extra yardage. I try to keep it in tighter.
Drake is asking if they want to run a play. Now time's going to run out, and that'll be it. So look at the scoreboard. The end of the first quarter. Calaveras 7, Amador nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this.
Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. Okay, very quickly before we send it back to the football game, crews making good progress on the corral fire that is burning near OK Corral along Highway 88. 2 structures involved, about a half acre of wildland, but crews making very good progress. Back to Jake and Frank.
And we're back here at Amador High School. The first quarter is in the books. We're about to start the second quarter with scoreboard showing Amador 0, Calaveras 7. Amador 3rd and about 3. Frank?
3rd and 8. They're going the other way.
Oh, they're going the other way.
Turn around. Go back that
That's
way.
right. Sorry.
They wish it was that.
They're there on the 56-yard line.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's where we're at.
So ball sits at the 48-yard line. of Calaveras now. A big third down for Amador. I do not think they'll go for it here at this position of the field, down 7-0 if they do not convert this. Drake's going to operate from the shotgun. Motion coming from the left. Drake wants to throw. He looks to Gedney. He's got it complete. He got it with the final dive. He looks like he was going to get it. Then he got knocked back, and he lunged forward to get forward progress to the 40-yard line, and it's a first down.
And that's just a real soft spot of the zone. Drake put it right there where nobody was. And, fighting for it. Way to go, Gedney. Nice.
Gunner hitched on that. He wanted to throw it earlier, and I didn't know if he had a grip, and he kind of pulled it down like he had to re-grip it, and I was afraid that window was going to close, but he still was able to complete it to Gedney just enough to the 40 for the first down. So 1st and 10 for Amador. Drake's going to go out of the shotgun from first down. Straight ahead handoff to Villarreal. He gets across the 40, gains a maybe 3 on the play. It'll set up a 2nd down and 7.
Calaveras playing real tough there between the tackles.
Well, I like them mixing it up a little bit. I don't like the run, pass all the time. Like they get a little consistent. Run on first down, run on second down, pass on third. Sometimes you need to pass, run, pass, or pass, to keep that defense guessing a little bit, because that is the strength of this Calaveras defense, and that is between the tackles. This time, I formation for the Buffaloes. Handoff again to Villarreal. He gets a little hole. Nice little spin across the 30-yard line. He's still on his feet across the 20, fighting forward. Nice run by Villarreal all the way down to about the 18-yard line. He just kept fighting for yards.
He did. Let's see if we can get a replay on that, Frank.
Had a nice initial hole right up the middle. And good blocking right up front. He got into the secondary, and then he just kept fighting forward all the way up. They're going to place it at the 17-yard line, so 1st and 10 from the 17 for Amador. Down trailing 7-0 in this contest. Drake wants to throw. He's looking left. He's got a receiver. That's Gedney, complete across the 10-yard line down to about the 6. That'll be 1st and goal for Amador from the 6-yard line. Nice throw and catch. Drake to Gedney. Gedney was wide open. They're playing him so soft.
They are playing him real soft. And, Drake doesn't miss. Adam.
He really is delivering the ball on time tonight. It's what we saw him do up in Washington, and then really we haven't seen him do it since. He got hurt before the El Dorado game, played a couple series last week, threw 2 touchdown passes. I think he threw 3 total passes in the game. 1st and goal for the Buffs. Handoff to Villarreal. He gets hit almost immediately by big number 62. That's Tyler Peoples.
Yeah, Peoples just solid on that one. Just swallowed him up immediately.
Maybe gained 1. Nose of the ball close to the 5-yard line, but not much there. Peoples just swallowed that one up. So 2nd and goal for Amador. 9:40 here to go in the second quarter. Calaveras leads 7-0. Drake under center. I formation behind him. Drake wants to throw. He's rolling to his right. He's looking. Throws across the field. In and out of the hands.
Oh, man. And just a little too high for Gedney on that one. Let's see.
No, I think that was Deanda.
No, let's see.
Or was it Gedney?
Yeah, it looks like it was Gedney. Gedney coming up on the top. So we've got Dermanuelian at the bottom. We have 42. That is.
That ball should have been caught.
Yeah. We had Dermanuelian, Gallardo, and then Gedney there, and Gedney just couldn't come down with it.
So 3rd and goal now for the Buffs. That was a catchable ball. The 2 receivers on the out was covered. He had to throw it back kind of across the field a little bit towards the back of the end zone. Amador's going to call a timeout. All right, look at the scoreboard. 9:24 left to go in the second quarter. Calaveras 7, Amador nothing. We'll be back with more second quarter action right after this.
Central State Credit Union is a great place to begin your search for a new vehicle, and you can share the benefits of your membership by referring family and friends. Just like you, they can save a lot of money with a great rate and a lot of time at the dealership by going in with a pre-approval. Invite your family and friends to experience the difference today. Applying for an auto loan is easy with options including in-branch or online application and pre-approval. Visit them online at centralstatecu.org or call them at 444-5300. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by NCUA. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at Amador High School. 3rd and goal here for the Thundering Herd, knocking on the door.
Here we go. Big play right here. Drake's going to go operate under center. 3rd and goal. He's looking. He wants to throw. Throws a little corner route. Oh, just overthrew his intended receiver. That was number 4, Derman-William. That'll set up a 4th down, and I think they're going to take the 3 points.
You know, they were setting up just a fade and just overthrew him. Couldn't quite reach it.
So Wiley's going to come on to kick the short field goal. Let's see where they're going to set that down. Probably at about the 13-yard line, so it'll be a 23-yarder.
And, of course, he's got plenty of leg here.
So they're going to take the points with 9:19 left, get rid of that goose egg off the scoreboard. Good snap, hold. The kick is up, and it's good. So just like that, 9:19 to go. Amador gets on the board. Calaveras 7, Amador 3. We'll be back.
Football fans, stay in touch with Conifer Communications high-speed internet wherever you are. Stream the game live, connect with fans during and after the game, Facebook Live the winning play, or upload those Instagram photos. Conifer Communications may be local, but offers big-time internet service with fast speed, no data limits, plus VoIP phone service. Connect with Conifer today, 866-378-8393, or stop by their office in San Andreas on Highway 49.
Before we send it back out to Frank and Jake, we want to report again on the corral fire burning near OK Corral in Amador Pines. Again, crews have made great progress. They've stopped the vegetation fire, and they have controlled the 2 structures that were on fire. Still traffic control on Highway 88 in the vicinity of that fire. Again, the old OK Corral restaurant on Highway 88, Amador Pines region. Let's go back to Sutter Creek.
All right, and we're back here as Amador puts 3 points on the board out of the off of the leg of Nash Wiley, 7-3, second quarter.
Well, 61-yard drive that just kind of stalled at the end there, but I really liked what Amador did on offense that time, mixing it up a little bit. That's going to serve them well as this game goes on. Fielded about the 15-yard line, the kick gets across the 30 and tackled down at about the 33-yard line. So that's where Calaveras is going to have it to start their first possession of this second quarter.
And a nice little return by Jake Black for Calaveras. Hey, we have a Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring update with 1 minute left in the second quarter. Second quarter, mind you. Sonora, 41, Bret Hart, 0. Now, with that's with seconds left. Looks like about 30 seconds left in the half. 48-0 now, actually. We just got an update.
All right, here comes Calaveras, 1st and 10. Handoff over to the left side. Nice little hole there. Brought down just short of the 40-yard line. That was number 21, Jake Hopper, for Calaveras.
There we see it. Just a nice little opposite motion sweep right there.
Something we haven't seen. The corner's getting caught a little bit tonight. Nash Wiley finally brought him down. But they're getting hooked by that outside tackle. Something that we haven't seen so far this year by this Amador defense. Calaveras has a second down. Handoff coming right at us this time. It's going to be again number 21, and nothing going on this time. Boy, you better watch that, son. That's going to be a penalty. A little extra shove there by number 33 on that tackle. That was Jake Schultz. Ball's going to be at the 40-yard line, going to set up a 3rd down and 4.
All right, 3rd and 4 here for Amador. Hey, we want to give a shout-out to everybody watching us live at BG's and Mellon Phase. We want to thank Bart, who's always been such a supporter of high school sports. And I also want to give a shout-out to my grandparents, who are actually watching the live stream right now at home.
3rd down and 4 for Calaveras. Ball sits at the 40-yard line. Motion from the right. They're going to give it to him, trying to get around the left side. Nothing going on. Just swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage by Amador. Nice job there by the right line staying home. It was a little bit of a reverse action there as they tried to fake coming this way, but they gave the handoff going around the left, and that's what we were talking about how they've stayed home all year. Then he gets help from his friends. Fancher came in to help clean that up. I didn't catch the initial hit, but that's going to put the ball right at the 40-yard line. I believe that's going to be 4th down. The officials are discussing it here. The marker, the down marker has not changed, but I'm pretty sure that's 4th down.
Yep, and there the fist comes up. That's
there it is.
Down.
So it's 4th down. And Calaveras is going to go for it. Whoa, they're on their own 41-yard line. Maybe try to get them to jump off sides. Motion from the right. Nope, they're going to give it straight ahead of forward to Moore, and he's got the first down. That was a gutsy call by Coach Doug Clark right there.
And it paid off right there.
But there again, they want to keep this Amador offense off the field. They want to just stay out there and chew clock.
Yeah. And, Moore got a couple really good second-level blocks. And, of course, that's kind of what the blocking scheme of this kind of fly offense that Calaveras runs. They want their guards to get to the second level to hold up those scraping linebackers.
Fresh set of downs for Calaveras. Ball at the 45-yard line. Motion again from the right. They run that play 3 times in a row. Oh, big hit. That time by Bertero. He came up and just laid a whack on him for a loss of 3 on the play.
I see that again. Watch. Okay, so here he is in the top right corner of the screen, I believe. Watch him just fly in. Boom.
The receiver left him to block the linebacker coming down the line, and Bertero just responded. And as soon as that receiver went in, Bertero just flashed and took him down for a 3-yard loss. Nice play by Bertero. 2nd down and 13.
I saw his eyes pop out of his helmet there, Frank.
We've seen Bertero, good open field tackler. Motion this time from the left, inside handoff, and he's hit almost immediately. Fancher was right in there. That was number 21, Hopper. Now they're still pushing the pile. Ends up with a gain on the play, but, man, he was stopped early, and then he just got some help from his friends. It looked like a scrum.
Yeah. Yeah, Fancher's holding him the whole way.
Look at the Calaveras line and back, just pushing that forward. So that's all the way up to the 49-yard line. What was actually no gain at all ended up being a big gain to set up a 3rd down and 5.
All right, so let's see how Amador responds to that.
And we
one.
know they're going to go for it. If they went for it on their side of the field, you know they're going to go for it on the Amador side of the field. So 3rd down. Dart wants to throw. First time throws incomplete, in and out of the hands. Number 44 was Zeke Martinez, the intended receiver. That's the first pass we've seen Dart throw tonight. Little bit behind Martinez, but still should have been caught. It'll set up a 4th down and 5.
And Martinez was coming from that the play side end position, and it was just a little corner out right there.
It looks like they are going to punt. Now remember, Dart is their punter.
All right.
So they're lined up in punt formation, and I know the Buffaloes have been told make sure he kicks it, and he gets it off. It's a high kick back to bounces at about the 21-yard line, rolls forward, takes a Calaveras bounce. It's going to be downed at about the 13, and that's where Ammeter is going to take over 1st and 10.
All right, so with 1st and 10, Gunner the Gunslinger Drake comes back onto the field to see how Amador can answer this Calaveras stand. 3-7, 5:26 here left in the first half, guys.
All right, here we go. 5:26 left, long field to travel for the Buffs. Starting position at the 13-yard line. Lots of time. They have 2 timeouts left here in the half, so we'll see what they've got in mind. Drake's going to come out in the shotgun. That's where they saw some success this last possession. Motion from Villarreal coming this way. They're going to give it to him, trying to get around the corner. Flips forward, gets up to about, well, they're going to mark him down. His knee hit at about the 14, maybe a gain of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Hey, we have a Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring update. After an Argonaut missed field goal, Argonaut and Summerville are going in overtime. Who'd have thought that one?
Well, you knew both teams were going to have trouble scoring, but I thought somebody would score.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd down and 9 for Amador. Oh, fumbled snap right there. I think Drake got back on it.
Let's see. Yep. Drake
yeah, he got back on it, but that's going to set up a 3rd down and long. And if Calaveras can get a stop here, they're going to get the ball back with all 3 timeouts with good field position.
Hey, we want to give a shout out to Jeff Campbell and Rich Murphy, of course, who supplied the generators and the lights just in case we needed them. And, we want to thank them for, even though it doesn't look like we were going to need them, it's glad to have them nonetheless.
Jeff Campbell's sitting right down just a few rows in front of us, matter of fact.
Well, there we go.
All right, third down. Drake wants to throw. He's looking. He throws it out. Complete. Short of the first down. He stretches forward. Let's see where they mark it. I think they're going to mark him just short.
Go ahead, Frank.
And Coach Baker's going to have a real decision to make right here. But I believe they're going to mark him short. It's going to be less than a yard short. No, they're giving him the first down.
Dermot Welling on there did have a bit of a reach, but I thought his knee hit the ground before he was able to outstretch.
Well, the side judge over here, I thought he had it marked short, but they went over to the other side of the field, and the Whitehead called it a first down. So new set of downs for Amador as the ball sits on the 23-yard line. So good job by Dermot William to get the stretch out there and get that first down, a fresh set of downs for the Buffs and not give that ball over to Calaveras with good field position. Oh, here comes a blitz from Calaveras, picked up real nicely. Drake wants to throw, and now he can't get rid of it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and there is a flag. That's going to be a roughing the passer penalty as he kind of drove his shoulder weightless onto Drake's body. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's...
And Drake wanted to go deep, and he was looking. And then initially they picked up that blitz, but then he shot through there, and he didn't have time to get rid of it.
I mean, it's just a matter of putting more people in there than you can block.
All right, so they're going to march that off up to the 29-yard line.
I mean, that was a solid hit put on Drake.
So it'll be second down and about 4 from the 29.
Summerville misses a field goal now. 0-0 still in halftime. Still at overtime.
They kick it in the dark.
They must be.
Handoff to, I believe that's Villarreal. Nice hole across the 35. Finally brought down at about the 48-yard line. First down for the Buffaloes.
And here we see this setup, and it's just a bread and butter dive that Amador likes to run. Nice lead. Good pickup on that seal by the fullback, and it was off to the races.
Nice block right up the middle there by the right side of that line. Looks like number 66 or getting up off the Baxter. That's Inigo Baxter. And that kid just impresses me. Very athletic for a big guy. 6'5", 255. Another good run by Villarreal. Gets up to the 44-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be second down and 4.
Another well-blocked dive there. 2 minutes, 51 seconds here left in the first half. Scoreboard shows Amador 3, Calaveras 7.
Remember, Calaveras is going to receive the ball to start the second half, so Amador would love to get some points on the board before the end of the half. 2.5 minutes left to go here. Calaveras leads 7-3. Drake straight ahead handoff to the fullback. That was Mora, and no gain on the play, so it'll set up a third down and 4.
And at halftime, we have a score, Sonora 48, Bret Hart 0. That game is definitely in running clock by now.
Well, it will be for the second half, that's for sure. Does not go into running clock, I believe, till the second half, regardless of the score. So third down and 4 for Amador, trying to keep this drive alive. Under 2 minutes left now. Going to hand it off in the jet sweep to Stock, trying to get around the left side. He avoids one tackle, but he's going to be short of the first down. And I am surprised Calaveras didn't call it a timeout right now.
Yeah.
It's fourth down.
So here we see the sweep, and Calaveras with good lateral pursuit.
I can't imagine that Amador is going to go for this right now.
And Stock was just unable to get anything going on that.
Well, no, Drake's going back in. See, I don't know why Calaveras didn't call a timeout. They have all 3 of their timeouts left, and the ball sits at the 45-yard line of the Amador. Now Calaveras is going to call a timeout. I just don't get that. We're going to send it back to the studios for a quick break. We'll be back, so don't go away.
Glass Doctor's new showroom and design center is open. See and feel heavy glass shower enclosures, quality vinyl, luxury wood windows and doors. Whether it's new construction or remodels, foggy and broken glass, homes and commercial buildings, we do it all and are happy to consult with you for your project. We still install quality auto glass and calibrate your windshields for safety. So stop by today at Highway 49 just before Jackson Gate Road and O'Reilly Auto Parts, or go to glassdoctor.com for a free estimate.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com. I'm going to break in here very quickly, Jake. Argonaut just scored in the second overtime, so it's now Argonaut 7, Somerville nothing. Again, second overtime period.
All right, hey, so that's what's going on over there in Somerville. So, hey, and all Argonaut has to do is just keep Somerville out of the end zone, which looks like they've been doing all night.
All right, fourth down for Amador. Villarreal goes into motion. There's a whistle now. The official wasn't ready to go, and Drake wanted to get this one started, and the White Hat hadn't blown the whistle yet. So fourth down and 3. Villarreal goes in. Oh, and Calaveras jumps.
Oh, no.
That's exactly what they wanted him to do. And Calaveras, the right side of the line, jumps.
And that was, oof.
So
Solid
Calaveras really did him a favor there. They not only stopped the clock, they gave him a first down, and now Amador has a fresh set of downs, ball on the 49-yard line. 1:06 to go here. We know Wiley's got a good leg. They're still probably 3 first downs away from field goal range. Villarreal goes into motion. Drake wants to throw. He's looking. He's going for the deep route to Gedney. Gedney's got room. It's caught at the 10-yard line.
How
complete.
about that?
How many times have we said that? Watch Gedney on the go route. We saw the corner playing him soft, and that time Gedney just raced right by him, and Drake laid it right in his hands.
Beautiful ball, right over the shoulder. Great catch, great pitch, fantastic.
Now Amador's going to call a timeout. 56.7 seconds left. They still have another timeout. The ball sits at the 12-yard line. We're going to keep it right here. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12. 56.7 seconds to go here in the half. Just a beautiful throw by Drake. Gedney just laid right out, right into the hands. Big play for Amador.
You know, and it was just a good, just right over the shoulder. Gedney knew exactly where it was going to be and brought it down. Nice.
All right, so they're well within field goal range now, so almost guaranteed some kind of points without a turnover, but they're looking for 7 for sure.
Again, 56.7 seconds here left in the first half.
What a beautiful throw.
That was nice.
My gunner Drake, and you know, obviously that ankle is not bothering him because he had to really plan on that back foot and drive off of that ankle to let that one go. So great throw by Drake. Trying to take the lead at half here. As we said, Amador received the opening kick, so Calaveras will be receiving to start the second half, and Amador would certainly like to go to halftime with a lead and come back and put their defense on the field fresh and ready to go. 1st and 10 for the Buffs from the 12-yard line. Drake is going to hand it off to Stock, trying to get around the left side. He cuts inside the 10 to the 5, does a little juke job, knocked out of bounds at about the 1, but that's going to be a first down, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. 49.4 seconds left. Amador still has a timeout. Now the clock should be, well, they reset the chain, so the clock is running. 1st and goal. I formation, second man through, Villarreal, touchdown Buffs. Villarreal waltzes in from the 1-yard line with 34 seconds left to go here in the half to take the 9-7 lead, awaiting the extra point.
And they got up to the ball quick on that one there, Frank. Way to catch them, way to catch Calaveras on their heels, boys.
Wow, all set up by that beautiful throw and catch. Drake to Gedney. Wiley on to attempt the extra point. 34.8 seconds to go here. Ammeter takes their first lead of the night. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. Look at the scoreboard, 34.8 seconds left. Amador's got their first lead of the night, 10-7. We'll be right back with last 34 seconds of the first half, so stay tuned.
The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage, conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction, state license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Amador High School. Scoreboard shows the Thundering Herd 10, Calaveras 7, off of a beautiful pitch from Drake to Gedney, and finished off by Villarreal. Frank?
34.8 seconds left to go here in the half here. Now remember, Calaveras has 2 timeouts left. They're not a quick strike type of team, but if they were to get a good return here and have decent field position, they might take a shot. We'll see. Wiley's going to kick off. Interesting, they've changed that back now like we did the first week. Wiley with the big, strong leg delivers it all the way back, fielded at the 5-yard line, trying to get around the left side to the 10. Breaks one tackle, tries to break another, cuts upfield, got a little room, gets across the 20-yard line, brought down at about the 25. 22.6 seconds left to go. As I said, Calaveras has 2 timeouts, but I'm thinking they're going to run a running play. They're going to let this clock go down, and they're going to go into halftime and be pretty happy with the 10-7 score.
Yeah, again, it was a good return there by Jake Black, making something out of nothing right there.
Well, it was really the kick is what sealed it. Bringing Wiley in instead of their other kicker who's got the strong leg. He had to go back and field it all the way back to the 5-yard line. So there's going to be a handoff around the left side to Moore, and they're going to be happy to let this one go out. He goes forward across the 35-yard line. 16.7 seconds left. It's going to stop as they move the chains, and then it will start again as soon as the chains get set. That's a rule in high school football. There goes the clock. Now there's a whistle on the field. Calaveras has taken a timeout. 14.4 seconds left here to go in the half. So we'll see if they're going to take a shot or they just want to talk about securing the football. Let's not make any mistakes, and we'll go from there.
All right. So we've got 14.4 seconds here. Oh, hey, Frank, Calaveras Lumberjanes Hardware scoring update. The Mustangs hold on to win.
Gosh, I lose my first game in 3
overtime.
weeks.
How about that? Argonaut winning in overtime.
At Summerville.
At Summerville.
That's a task.
Ooh, boy. The 8-ball predicted it.
Did it?
Yes, apparently. Yeah, the 8-ball predicted that one.
All right, well, they got one over on me.
There we go.
Gosh darn, I suffered my 8th loss of the year.
Hey, that's pretty good.
27-8, 27-7 going into tonight.
I mean,
on high school kids.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
All right, let's see what Calaveras is going to do here. After the timeout, they got 2 receivers split out to the right, 1 back behind Dart.
All right, the white hat coming to talk some more. What's going on?
He's just trying to get in position. I don't know. He was over here talking to Coach Baker, I believe. Now we're ready to go. Let's see what Calaveras has in mind. 16 seconds left here. Motion comes from the left. It's a handoff up the middle to Moore, and just absolutely nothing going there. They're going to let this one run out.
And Wiley came up with it.
The clock's running. They're not stopping it. That's going to be it. That's halftime. So look at the scoreboard. Amador Buffaloes 10, Calaveras 7. We're at the half. We'll be back with our halftime show right after this.
Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. Central State Credit Union is a great place to begin your search for a new vehicle, and you can share the benefits of your membership by referring family and friends. Just like you, they can save a lot of money with a great rate and a lot of time at the dealership by going in with a pre-approval. Invite your family and friends to experience the difference today. Applying for an auto loan is easy with options including in-branch or online application and pre-approval. Visit them online at centralstatecu.org or call them at 444-5300. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by NCUA. Did you know that every new vehicle at Thompson's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is priced below the manufacturer's suggested retail price? It's true. That's one way their 10-point value guarantee gives you peace of mind and added value. That's Thompson's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 126 Forney Road in Placerville. Visit them on the web at placervillejeep.com or call 888-874-5976. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here for our halftime show, our Thompson's Auto Center halftime show. Jakey, Frank Alvers here. Scoreboard shows the Amador Thundering Herd 10, Calaveras 7. Frank?
Well, that was an interesting first half. As I said at the beginning of the game in the pregame, Calaveras likes to shorten the game.
Yes.
They like to run the ball. They like to keep the clock going. And Ammeter only had one full possession in the first quarter. Their second possession they only ran 2 plays of their second possession in the first quarter, and then it went to the second. Calaveras came out and took the opening drive and drove the ball 61 yards, just pound. Hopper finished it off from the 4 yards out. 5:01 left in the fourth, so 7 minutes off the clock to take a 7-0 lead. That's the score we had at the end of the quarter. As I said, Amador got their second possession, and it looked like they totally changed their philosophy in that second possession, where they started going to the air, throwing it a little bit. A penalty set them back in down and distance. They ended up with a 23-yard field goal from Wiley, and at 9:19 left to go in the half, Calaveras led 7-3. Then the Amador defense stepped up. Calaveras went 3 and out. They had to punt. Amador went back to work as the clock was running down in the second half because, again, Calaveras just eats that clock, limits your possessions, and Amador started that drive all the way back at the 13-yard line.
Wow.
They had it 4th down at midfield, and Calaveras jumped, which gave them a fresh set of downs. And on the first play after that, on first down, Drake hit Gedney on a beautiful go route right down the sidelines all the way down to the 12-yard line where they had it 1st and 10 from there with time running out. They made the first down on the next play, a run by Villarreal, and then Villarreal finished it off from the 1 with 34.8 seconds left to take a 10-7 halftime lead, and that's where we sit.
Yeah.
And, we knew Calaveras' strength was their defense, and they did a good job keeping the Amador offense off the field in that first half, as Amador only had 3 possessions in the entire half.
And that's something we did talk about, and we talked about the strength of both defenses. And the one thing that Amador really has going for it is that their offense can be incredibly explosive, and Calaveras has been doing a really good job of wrapping that up.
Well, we talked about that, how they can be susceptible to the pass, and you really didn't see Amador didn't throw the ball at all in that first possession. It was very vanilla: run, 3rd and long, pass, incomplete, punt. When they came out on their second possession, 1st down, shotgun. They gave them a different look. Now that makes that Calaveras defense just get back on their heels a little bit. They can't stay on their toes and just firing if every 1st and 2nd down they're running the football. And the defensive backs were playing soft, so they were just kind of completing some out routes and some little crossing routes and a couple little bubble screens there. And then all of a sudden we knew when they threw those outs to Gedney, as we talked about on that second possession, said we know he loves to throw the go route, and that's what they went to as clock was running out here in the second quarter to set up their first touchdown.
Yeah, and we talk about the secondary, and they were playing soft, But the one thing that got me about Calaveras was also, it wasn't just that they were playing soft, but that their rotation between their secondary. So when it would come into this, when it would come to the safety or from the corner or vice versa, they weren't rotating over quite fast enough.
Well, the corner had no safety help on that go route.
Yeah.
None at all. And you know, if you watched any film on Amador, you know that's where they go when they go deep. They hit that go route to Gedney. Mm-hmm. And so you've got to shade that over. Mm-hmm. And because even though the corner was playing soft, Gedney had no trouble running by him.
No, he didn't.
And Drake put it right on the hand, so just, that's what set up the touchdown.
It absolutely did. So real quick, we got about 9 minutes, 10 seconds here before the second half starts. We're going to go ahead and take a real quick break, and we'll be back with just a bit more of a deeper dive and kind of see what needs to happen come the second half for Calaveras to come back and Amador to stay on top. Jim?
Fans, stay in touch with Conifer Communications high-speed internet wherever you are. Stream the game live, connect with fans during and after the game, Facebook Live the winning play, or upload those Instagram photos. Conifer Communications may be local, but offers big-time internet service with fast speed, no data limits, plus VoIP phone service. Connect with Conifer today, 866-378-8393, or stop by their office in San Andreas on Highway 49.
Glass Doctor's new showroom and design center is open. See and feel heavy glass shower enclosures, quality vinyl, luxury wood windows and doors. Whether it's new construction or remodels, foggy and broken glass, homes and commercial buildings, we do it all and are happy to consult with you for your project. We still install quality auto glass and calibrate your windshields for safety. So stop by today at Highway 49 just before Jackson Gate Road and O'Reilly Auto Parts, or go to glassdoctor.com for a free estimate.
And before we send it back out to Frank and Jake, we want to make another report on the corral fire that broke out this evening near the old OK Corral restaurant on Highway 88 in what's known as the Amador Pines area. For old-timers will remember the OK Corral restaurant and so forth. Anyway, that fire contained 1 acre of vegetation, 2 structures destroyed, and a third was heavily damaged. Fire crews were impeded for a time by explosions coming from propane tanks in one of those structures. But again, 2 structures destroyed, a third heavily damaged, and 1 acre of vegetation. That fire is now contained. However, power lines are down, and it looks like it could be a time before power will be restored to that area. It has nothing to do with the public safety power shutoff, has to do from this. So anyway, long story short, the fire is out. We've been having a lot of calls, folks asking us about this during the game, and that's what we have so far. The latest figures just released by PG&E, just getting them in here. 77% of Amador County residents have been restored, and 71% of Calaveras County residents have been restored. At First Light, crews again will begin to go on scene and check the lines, and when it's safe, helicopters will go back in the air. So again, the latest from PG&E, 77% of Amador County has been restored, 71% of Calaveras County residents restored. PG&E will have their community service centers set up again at the Mace Meadows parking lot and in Arnold at the Meadowmont Shopping Center again tomorrow from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. And again, a bit of good news on that fire, the OK fire, the OK Corral fire. That fire has been contained to 1 acre, and again, it looks like 2 structures destroyed and 1 heavily damaged. And let's go back to Sutter Creek right after this for our halftime sponsor, Thompson's Auto Center. Thompson's Toyota makes your car buying experience as easy and enjoyable as possible. Search through their extensive selection of new and pre-owned vehicles on the web at thompsonstoyota.com or request a price quote on the new vehicle of your choice. Thompson's Toyota, home of the one price, best value guarantee. 140 Forney Road in Placerville, and on the web at thompsonstoyota.com. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
And we're back here at Amador High School, where we're in halftime. Scoreboard shows Calaveras 7, Amador 10, and we're here. Frank, what we haven't seen we've seen a good game played all around by both teams. It's not like it's a blowout or a runaway score. So what do you think are the keys here for Calaveras? Calaveras, of course, is down 7-10, but again, not an insurmountable. What do you think Calaveras needs to do?
Other than that first drive, they just have a hard time moving the football. If Amador continues to play, and they got a little loose on defense the first time we've seen him, they got caught around the corners a little bit. That's not normally how they play. If Amador defense keep their corners tight, I don't know what Calaveras is going to do to be able to move the football, because consistently they're not going to be able to run between the tackles. They're not. That big line and those linebackers for Amador just feel too well. And so, and we've never seen them really try to put the game on the shoulder of Dart. That's just not who they are. I think, what do we see them attempt? One pass?
Yeah.
That's not who they are. So I think I think what they need to try to do, or what they want to do, they're going to continue to be who they are. They're going to eat the clock, hope for a turnover, hope to get a 3-and-out stop, flip the field, get good field position, and try to make something out of it from there. Because this is the third Calaveras game that I've done this year, and they have not shown me the ability to do anything different on offense, especially when we did the Ripon game and they get behind. They didn't have a chance.
Yeah. So I guess one of the things is Amador needs to either try to get quick and get another score on there and kind of put it out of reach for Calaveras, because Calaveras, much like Argonaut, is sometimes becomes a victim of its own offense, because it's an offense that is designed to just chew and chew and chew and chew, and when you're behind, you don't really have that luxury.
You get up by 2 scores, and you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think Amador needs to continue to do what they did on that second possession. They need to start throwing the ball a little bit on first down. That softens that defense. Now, you also got to remember, there are a handful of players on Calaveras that never come off this football field.
That's true.
This big line of Amador wears on you. When you have 300 pounds leaning on you on both sides of the ball and you never come off the field, I don't care what kind of shape you're in or how strong you're in, that starts taking a toll. So we'll need to watch for that in the second half also.
And even if you're not getting beat technique-wise, that's just a lot to move. That's a lot to keep out. And, one thing, though, that I have kind of seen, and this is something I've noticed a bit about Amador's defense, is that, so again, they're, like I said, probably the best defense, one of the best defenses in the league. And, they have great pursuit speed. They've got great team tackling. They've got open field. Pretty much every aspect of defense they are lights out in. But one thing I've noticed, and I've seen this in every game that I've seen Amador play, is the first drive that the defense is on the field, they always play a little softer than they normally do. It's almost like they're feeling out the opposing offense. We saw that a little bit up in Washington.
We did. It was kind of like a punch in the mouth, wake up call a little bit, and then it was all Amador after that, right? And that's a good point. These two defenses that we're watching tonight are the best defenses in the league. There's no question about that. I don't think you'll get anybody to argue with that, including Sonora, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are the two best defenses in the league by far, and we're going to see which defense is going to win out tonight, because that's what it's going to come down to in the second half.
Well, I mean, what's the old adage? Offense wins games, defense wins championships.
That's right. That's what they say.
All right. Well, hey, we're going to go ahead and take a real quick break. We're about 3 minutes, 26 seconds, I guess, if they put the 3-minute
they'll put a couple minutes on here as soon as it's out, but we're 20 seconds out from that. Matter of fact, they just stopped it. I think they're going to put the 2 minutes on right now. Both teams are out on the field just loosening up, so we'll be back for the start of the second half.
Yep.
Pretty quick.
You've been listening to the Thompson's Auto Center halftime show here from Sutter Creek at Amador High School. Amador's Thundering Herd 10, Calaveras High School 7. We'll be back in just a moment.
For over 35 years, patients of all ages have trusted Jackson Creek Dental with their smiles. Whether you need general care, orthodontics, periodontal care, cosmetic dentistry, implants, or full mouth reconstruction, Jackson Creek Dental can take care of your smile. Voted best dental office in Amador County by readers of the Ledger Dispatch and Sierra Lodestar. New patients welcome on the web at jacksoncreekdental.com or call 223-2712 today. Why do people come from all over to buy a vehicle from Thompson's Buick GMC in Placerville? To experience the best in customer service, great deals, and excellent selection. Thompson's makes car buying fun, easy, and convenient. Why, you can even order online and have your vehicle delivered. Thompson's Buick GMC, 55 Placerville Drive in Placerville, and on the web at thompsonsbuickgmc.com. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at Amador High School, home of the Amador Thundering Herd. Scoreboard shows Amador 10, Calaveras 7. We are about to kick off third quarter action where Calaveras is set to receive. A little bit of what's going on around the league. Sonora continues its scoring barrage on top of the Bullfrogs. The score is now 62-0. And in a final in double overtime, Argonaut ekes out 7-0 in favor of the Mustangs. They're up in Summerville. And we're here in the third quarter, Frank.
Don't see too many double overtime games in high school.
No, you don't.
Just because of the way the rules are set up with both teams getting a shot at the end zone from the 20-yard line, especially in the last few years since they moved the soccer season and everybody has a kicker that's able to make a field goal these days. So both teams in that game, Somerville as well as Argonaut, missed a field goal in the first overtime period, I believe. That's what forced it to go into the second overtime period. Argonaut was able to punch one in, and Sonora was not. So Argonaut gets their first league win, a first league road win.
There we go.
And so that's good on Argonaut, and it's going to make that ride back from Sonora a lot nicer than it would have been otherwise.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Frank. All right, so Amador's getting ready to kick here.
I like them going back to Wiley on the kickoff, by the way.
Yeah, no, I did like that too. That was he had a solid leg, and
now they're not doing it to start the second half.
Oh boy, hey, you win some, you lose some.
I just don't understand. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, kick it in the end zone. Give me the touchback.
Yeah, it's. And Wiley definitely has the leg.
Well, he's got a much stronger leg than Mora.
Yeah, and even if he doesn't put it in the end zone, he puts it on like the 1 or the 2.
The last kick before the end of the half, they fielded it at the 5.
Yeah, anyway.
So Mora's going to be on to kick for Amador to open the second half.
We have an 8-ball prediction here. It looks like Argonaut's going into the playoffs according to the 8-ball.
Jim ought to break that 8-ball now. Mora kicks, fielded at about the 12-yard line, gets across the 15 to the 20, trying to bounce outside. A nice little move inside. Nice cut, gets across the 36-yard line to about the 37. That was Black. Jake Black, number 5 on the return for Calaveras. Nifty little return by Black. Pretty good field position for Calaveras to start at. And the ball is going to be marked at the 37-yard line. And that's how the second half gets started.
All right, so Dart onto the field. Let's see what adjustments were made at halftime for Calaveras.
Gian Gregorio and Hopper in the backfield. They're going to give it to to Moore. Moore and Hopper in the backfield. Gets up to about the 40-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 7.
And, a good push there by the Amador defense, the defensive line right there.
Moore's just a load, man. He hits that hole hard and picks up 3 on the run there. And it looks like where they marked it, maybe close to 4. So second down for Calaveras. Again, they've got those big backs in the back, and they're just going to keep pounding, with Moore and Hopper. They're going to give it to Moore again. He breaks through a line. He's got nobody to beat. He crosses the 30 to the 20 to the 10. Touchdown, Calaveras.
Wow.
59 yards.
How about that? Oof.
59-yard touchdown run by Moore just like that to start the second half. Only 50 seconds clicked off here in this half, and boom.
And that's how you come out and punch him in the mouth right there.
So Calaveras retakes the lead on the 59-yard touchdown run. And I don't know if they caught Amador in a blitz, but there was nobody in the secondary. He broke through the line and was gone. So on to attempt the extra point here. There's a whistle on the snap.
There was movement.
So we'll see what the call is. Offsides against the defense, against Amador. So they're going to do her again. 11:10 left. Like I said, 50 seconds off the clock. And Calaveras comes out and just stuns this crowd.
Yeah,
the extra point is up, and it's good. So at the 11:10 mark, Calaveras goes right back on top, 14 to 10. And
wow,
wow is right.
I was like, here's the thing. So Amador has a great crowd. Like they are very supportive of their team. They're very passionate about their team, and they travel really well. I don't think I've ever heard an Argonaut, an Amador crowd stunned to silence this deafening.
I was stunned.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing special about that play.
No, there really wasn't.
He hit the hole, and there was nobody home after that, and raced 59 yards for the touchdown. Wow.
How about that? 11 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter. Hey,
all right, so Amador is going to get it back a lot quicker than they thought they were going to. I can assure you of that.
All right.
So back deep for the Buffs, probably Villarreal and Stock.
I believe
is normally who we see back there, number 1 and number 22.
Yes.
The two deep man.
Is that number 1, Adam?
All the way across the line. That's Villarreal over on the far right.
There we go. Yeah.
And Stock, closest to us, waiting for the officials, having a conversation with the Calaveras coach about something.
I believe do you think it was about the
he was asking about do we get that on the kick?
Mm-hmm.
The answer is no, coach.
Yeah.
You could have taken half the distance of goal and gone for 2.
There you go.
All right, here comes the kick. Good high kick, drives Villarreal back to about the 2-yard line. He gets across the 10, to the 15, to the 20, looking for room, gets hit right there at the 20, falls forward to about the 23-yard line for Amador. That's where they'll start their first possession here of this second half, finding themselves just like that, down 14-10 before they even knew the half got started.
Now let's hope the punch drunkenness is not followed over there onto the offense. 14-10 score.
All right, let's shake that one off and let's just hit the reset button. All right, here comes Amador. Out of the huddle, Drake's going to go under center. Second man through is Villarreal. He's got a nice running. Oh, and he almost broke that tackle.
Oh.
He was just drugged down from behind at the 35. He shakes that one loose, and he's going to the house. We almost had back-to-backers there.
That was number 30 there on the tackle there for Calaveras. And, he just couldn't quite get it going.
He had Gedney out there to block for him. He gets by that one. He also had number 42, Gallardo, out there. That one was going the other direction. Good run by Villarreal. Nice save on the tackle by, was that Dart that brought him down, number 30?
Dart.
All right, 1st and 10 for Ammeter. Drake again under center, I formation. Second man through. Villarreal gets tripped up after a short gain on the play up to about the 38-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Donovan Giangregorio there in on the tackle for him.
I noticed on the Calaveras JV team, we've got one more Bird playing quarterback for Calaveras.
Looks like it.
Drake under center, again with the I formation. Drake wants to throw this time. He's looking a little route to number 2. That's Gedney, complete. Good enough for a 1st down up to about the 49-yard line. So new set of downs for the Buffs. That's just simple pitch and catch right there. That's there all night long.
It's probably a play they also have run probably a million different times in practice.
That play is there all night long. So the ball sits at the 49-yard line of Amador, 1st and 10 for the Buffs, trailing 14-10 in this one, third quarter.
We have a fourth quarter scoring update, still 62-0 in favor of Sonora.
They better not score again. Hand off to Villarreal. He breaks a tackle, busts across the 50, gets across the 45, close to another first down. I think he's going to be spotted just short at about the 42-yard line. Going to be about a yard short. Nice hard running by Villarreal. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
And Dart makes contact with him a little further downfield. And looks like Villarreal was able to just drag him along a little bit further. Well blocked, well executed. 8:58 and counting.
Gedney stretched out wide to this side. Drake's going to hand it off again to Villarreal. He gets hit hard at the 40-yard line, but after he passes the line of gain, so it'll be another first down for Amador. That's 3 first downs in a row on this drive.
And Gian Gregorio scraping down, making the tackle there for Calaveras again from his linebacker position, or defensive end position, looks like.
So Villarreal is going to come out and take a break, get a blow after carrying the ball 3 or 4 times on that drive. Drake's going to operate out of the shotgun this time. 1 back, receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Shot blitz right up the middle. They hand it straight ahead to number 33. That was Schultz. And they went to the right. The blitz came off the left, so they caught Calaveras. It was just a good call for the defensive play. Moore did a good job. No, there's a penalty on the play. It's holding. That's going to come back. The play was up to the 39-yard line and a holding call against Amador. So that's going to march it back to the 44-yard line. So that'll set up a 2nd down and 16, or 1st down and 16, excuse me. Those just take the wind out of a drive. When you're going, those setbacks just give life to the defense.
It does.
1st down and 16. Drake again from the shotgun. He's looking. He throws over here to the right. That's Derman Willian. Just another out just to this side. And like I said, I think he can do that all night long. Knocked out of bounds up to about the 30-yard line. So just short of the first down, a gain of about 15 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 1. And he's throwing it to both sides of the field, to the short side, to the wide side, whether it's Gedney or Derman Willian. That's just a little out route, and it's wide open. Gedney this time split wide to the right. Mora in the lone back with Drake. Drake wants to throw again. Blitz coming from the right side. Drake last one up in the air to Derman Willian. Incomplete.
Oh, man, that's a heartbreaker right there.
Pretty good coverage on the play.
Let's see what we got here on that replay. Steps up. Good ball. Tight coverage.
Just a little out of his reach. But there again, that play right there makes that out pattern open more.
Yes, it does.
So, and a 2nd down and 1, good time to run it, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So 3rd down and 1 for Amador. Handoff Villarreal. He's got the first down and more up to about the 25-yard line. Crosses the 25. It'll be 1st and 10 for Amador. Number 2, Johnny Lozano in on the tackle there. But Villarreal, as we've seen, just running hard. Tough to bring down. 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line. So Ammeter trying to answer that quick strike by Calaveras to start this second half. I formation this time, 2nd man through, Villarreal. He gets hit hard that time at the line by big number 62. That's Tyler Peoples. 6'2", 283 is what he's listed at. Gain of about 1 on the play. It'd be 2nd down and 9.
All right, we have about 6 minutes and 23 seconds here left on the 3rd quarter here. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter over there. It is Sonora 69, Bret Hart 0.
Quit scoring, Sonora. Come on.
Come on, that's just classless.
Well, you put your seconds in. They don't get to play. You can't tell them not to play. Drake wants to throw. Oh, a little slant in. Ooh. Nice defensive play by number 30. That's Nolan Dart. He was trying to get it to Derman William. Might have been thrown just a hair behind him.
So we see, there's a blitz. It was good taken on there, and there's Derman William up the top on the break.
Yeah, the ball was just thrown a little behind him. Dart did a good play knocking that away.
Solid play there by Dart.
So 3rd down and 9 from the 24-yard line for the Buffs. Derman William and Gedney both to the left this time, and Gunner wants to throw. He's looking. He throws short to Gedney. He retreats. Now he gets across the 20-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down. It'll set up a 4th down and about 2.
Let's see if we can see any more of that. No, just kind of the comeback here. But, I was hoping we were going to be able to see it there, but, Drake was under pressure, like really hard there towards the end. He was about to get sandwiched between 2 Calaveras players and was just able to deliver a dart there to Gedney.
4th down and 2 for Amador. They are going to go for it. Trailing here 14-10, 5:20 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Mora, the lone back, that tells me that Drake wants to throw. Interesting formation. Villarreal goes into motion. Now they're going to call a timeout. So timeout Amador. Score 14 Calaveras, 10 Amador. Amador's on the move. We'll be back right after a word from our sponsors.
For over 35 years, patients of all ages have trusted Jackson Creek Dental with their smiles. Whether you need general care, orthodontics, periodontal care, cosmetic dentistry, implants, or full mouth reconstruction, Jackson Creek Dental can take care of your smile. Voted best dental office in Amador County by readers of the Ledger Dispatch and Sierra Lodestar. New patients welcome on the web at jacksoncreekdental.com or call 223-2712 today. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
And we're back here at Amador High School. 5:07 left in the 3rd quarter. Scoreboard shows Amador 10, Calaveras 14. Amador set to strike.
4th down and 2 for Amador. Drake's going to operate on the shotgun coming out of the timeout. Just a little outright to Gedney, and Dart did a good job. He played that one like he knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You can't keep going to the well that many times. He just did a nice job, Dart, getting his hand on there. He was right on the hip of Gedney this time. Look at him stay right with him on that cut.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was blocked a little bit by our scoreboard there, but that is exactly how you want to teach your corner to play right there. He had a guiding hand on the hip there and was able to watch the eyes, make a nice solid defensive play.
So Amador turns it over on downs. Calaveras is going to take over from their own 12-yard line. So nice drive by the Buffs, but they come away empty with 5:03 left to go. Calaveras 1st and 10, straight ahead handoff, and they are going to want to pound and run clock right now.
Absolutely. They're going to want to try to chew as much of this timeout as they possibly can. 14-10 in favor of Calaveras.
That was a handoff to Moore on that one. A gain just straight up the middle, and that's what they're going to do. A gain of 4. Here we come. Just stop me. 2nd down and 6 for Calaveras.
Right.
So you're going to see a whole bunch of number 26 and a whole bunch of number 21. Moore and Hopper. Motion coming from the right. Handoff this time to Hopper, where he gets taken down immediately by the right side of that line.
Yeah, number 33 for Amador. That is Jake Schultz, kind of shot in there and made a pretty good stop there in the backfield, tripped him up.
And, of course, the number you always see around the board, the ball number 44, Nash Wiley, was also in there. So 3rd down, and we'll call it 3. Big stop right here for Amador. With the lead, I do not think Calaveras would go for it this deep in their own territory, but we'll see. Motion from the right-hand side. They're going to hand it off this time to Moore. Moore plunges forward. I think he's got enough for the 1st down.
Let's see. Line judge looks like it.
Yep, sure enough. New set of downs for Calaveras. Just pound, ground, and pound. That's what they do. So 1st and 10 for Calaveras, and more importantly, the clock continues to run. 3:35 left to go in this third quarter.
You know, that's one thing I like about the pace of play for Calaveras is it's never frantic. It's always nice and calm. We know what we want to do. We know what we need to do.
Eat the clock. They're not in a hurry. They like the clock running down. A pitch trying to get wide to Moore this time. Nice job by the Amador defense playing that edge.
That's a shame.
Bertero, I believe, came up on that. Really nice job on that. They tried to pitch it out and get him out wide. And nothing going there. Gain about 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, the DN played well, stayed home, made him try to bounce it out of him, and went right into the corner right there.
Jake Schultz made a nice play on that. Everybody just staying home, stretching that out. Bertero comes up and makes the final tackle. 2nd down and 9 for Calaveras. Split backs. Motion coming from the left. There again, they're going to give it to Moore. Nothing going on. Gets across the 30. Maybe gain a 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
We had Clint Lyman there.
Well, they're going to give him 2, so let's call it 3rd and 6.
Lyman did a good job of swallowing him up pretty quick before he could get a full head of steam going.
Big down for the Buffs. They need to stop. 2:10 left to go in the third quarter. Ammeter trailing 14-10.
Hey, we want to thank everybody who's watching us live on our YouTube page. Of course, if you want to see it, you just need to go to our Facebook page and click the link following there.
Trying to get around the left side this time. Nice gain on the play. Can't really tell where he's knocked out of bounds, but I think they got enough for the 1st down. He went in a motion from the right. I believe that was number 2, Johnny Lozano.
Mm-hmm. And
let's see where he went out of bounds. It's going to be right about at the marker.
Yeah, it looks like
they're going to call a timeout. It's close, the official timeout, to look at it.
It's like I thought he stepped out about a yard before, and it looks
that's
like
all the way across the field, so we couldn't see exactly where he went out, but they're taking a close look at it.
Watching the replay, that's what I thought, but you know, I could be wrong.
They're stretching that chain out.
So we have about 1 minute and 50 seconds here left in the third quarter.
1st down here is going to take it into the 4th quarter for sure. I think it's just a hair short again. It is. And Calaveras is going to go for it. I'm sure about that.
All right.
Yeah, it's just short. They're going to bring the chains out and make sure they set it exactly in the right spot out in the field between the hash marks. So it's going to be 4th down and a matter of an inch or so.
So let's see what they got coming onto him now. Oof. Oh, man, that is, like I said, that's a couple frayed ends on the end of the ball length. Like nothing.
Second time we've had close measurements here tonight. All right, 4th down for Calaveras. How about getting a lineman to jump?
Let's see. What
on the offensive side of the ball, that is.
Yes.
False start, maybe. Everybody's going to be ready to fire.
Here we go.
You don't see them run many quarterback sneaks when they have those big backs back there.
No. I mean, why would you?
I don't know why. Moore seems to always be able to get this. No, they did. And just when I said that, they did run a quarterback sneak, and they got it.
Yeah.
That was Dart, and he didn't need much, and he got more than that. So that'll be a new set of downs, 1:44 left. So this possession, barring a turnover, will take them all the way into the 4th quarter.
And it's a real tight ball game here, 14-10, third quarter action here.
39-yard line. 1st down for Calaveras on their own 39. Dart's going to operate out of the shotgun, something we just don't see, and he's going to call his own number and keep it and take it straight ahead. Gains about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7. And the clock continues to run. Now there's a whistle on the field.
Let's see what we got here. I don't think there's any kind of penalty.
I don't know what the whistle was for, but
Yeah.
they stopped the clock.
Wiley and Dart are talking with the official with the white hat there.
I didn't see a flag on the field, so I don't know what the discussion is about. No coaches are out there. It's between players from both teams, so that usually means that maybe there's some mouths running out there, maybe getting a little bit cheap shot
chippy.
or whatever, and they called them together, and they shook hands and said, okay, let's play football, boys, and knock this stuff off.
Yeah.
So it looks like that's what that was about. So it'll be 2nd down and 6.
All right. I think that's exactly what it was, Frank.
Amador lost to Calaveras by 2 points last year in a real close game over at Calaveras. So 2nd down and 6 for Calaveras. Moore goes in motion. They're going to give it to him. He's trying to get around the left side, and he's tripped up and brought down short of the 45-yard line. So it'll be a 3rd down and about 5.
And here we go. And watch, this was Schultz coming in from his backside linebacker position, taking on a block there. And coming through, boom, making a nice solid tackle, laid it out.
Ammeter needs a stop here because we've seen Calaveras go for it from this position on the field already in this game. 18 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And they are not going to throw the ball, folks. They're going to keep pounding the ball straight ahead to Moore. He's going to pick up maybe a couple. It's going to set up a 4th down. That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Look at the scoreboard. Calaveras in the lead, 14, Ammeter 10. 4th quarter action coming up. Stay tuned.
The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage, conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction, state license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
Right, and we're back here at Amador High School. Amador High School here with the start of the 4th quarter. Calaveras in possession. Scoreboard shows Calaveras High School 14, Amador Thundering Herd 10. Frank?
All right, it's going to be 4th down. The ball sits at the 42-yard line. 4th down and 2. And big play in this contest for Amador as Calaveras, if they get this 1st down, will be able to continue to eat into this clock with a 14-10 lead.
To me, this feels almost like an absolute do-or-die stop here for the Amador defense.
And I believe that you're going to see Moore pound this ball again. That's who I think's getting it. He's deep in the I formation all the way back to the 40-yard line. Yep, give to him. He's got the 1st down. He gets outside across the 50-yard line. 1st and 10, Moore just ground and pound. So fresh set of downs for Calaveras, and that clock continues to roll.
An off-tackle stretch. Not something you normally see out of Calaveras.
So that ball now sits at the 47-yard line of Amador. And again, tick-tock. That Amador offense has been on the sideline a long time. They've had it on one possession in this half, and a nice drive that just and ended up turning it over on down around the 37-yard line.
Oh, solid tackle.
Wow.
Let's see what I can do.
And he's a little bit slow getting up from that one. That was a Moore.
So let's watch that replay right here.
Tried to pitch it to him to get outside there, and then he tried to cut it up inside. He should have followed his block, and big number 66, that's Inigo Baxter, just took him down. Why he left Hopper, I don't know. He had Hopper out in front and had room to the sideline, but for some reason he tried to cut it in right to the teeth of the defense. So a loss of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Moore goes into motion. Then he bellies deep. They're going to give it to him. It's a halfback pass, and they're wide open. Somebody needs to turn around. That's pass interference.
Oh, wow. That was blatant pass interference right there.
Well, the ball was up in the air forever, and the Amador defenders were just chasing the receivers. And if they would have turned around, they could have intercepted it because Moore just threw a duck.
Oh, wow. Oof. That's a rough hit on Black right there. Oh, boy.
That ball was up in the air.
For days.
Oh, my gosh. You just need to get your head around and find the ball.
You know,
But they were totally fooled on the play. They
Totally.
set that up so well with the play before on the pitch to Moore to get him around the end. They ran the same play, only this time Moore threw out of it. They had 2 receivers 10 yards behind any Amador defender on that play. So high school football is just a yardage penalty. It is not spot of the interference like the NFL. So it'll be 1st and 10 at about the 34-yard line for Calaveras. And Dart wants to throw, and he's got a receiver wide open. Caught.
wow.
And boy, I'm going to tell you what, Calaveras has just caught Amador sleeping on the last 2 plays.
Zeke Martinez on the reception.
They've been getting their head in the backfield. Run, fall asleep. All of a sudden, halfback pass, another pass wide open.
And the clock is not on Amador's side right now.
Well, especially if Calaveras punches it in, makes it a 2-score game. The way Calaveras eats up clock, 1st down and goal for Calaveras from the 5-yard line. Amador fans stomping on the stadium bleachers. Moore on a dive off the right side for a short gain.
Baxter's going to come up with the stop there almost immediately.
2nd and goal for Calaveras. The ball sitting right on the 5-yard line, so no gain on the play.
All right. We have 10-20 and counting here left in the ball game here.
This is really huge for Amador. That defense needs to stand up now more so than they ever have all year long. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line for Calaveras. Calaveras punches it in. Amador goes down by 2 scores. Dart pitches it out to Moore, trying to get the right side, hit almost immediately by Wiley.
All right, and they're just chewing it up, seeing what's going to happen here. What down is it, Frank?
3rd down.
3rd down.
3rd and goal. No gain on the play. The ball still sits at the 5-yard line, so 3rd down and goal. Here's the question. If Amador can stop him right now, will they take the field goal? That'll put them up by 7, but a touchdown and a two-point conversion, that'll be the interesting call for Coach Clark. 3rd down, Dart under center. Motion coming from the left. Trying to get around the right side on the sweep, knocked out of bounds short. That was number 2, Johnny Lozano.
Let's see here.
And
is shedding down. He puts a good stiff arm on number 51. That is Darian Nelson, but they were able to just rush him out of bounds.
I gained him by 1 on the play. It's going to be 4th down and goal from the 4-yard line. And I think they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. I mean, they've if Amador takes it, they're pinned pretty tight.
All right, 4th and goal for the Calaveras. This is a huge play for the Buffs right here. Motion coming from the right from Lozano. Trying to get Amador to jump. Now a whistle. Calaveras calls a timeout. They're going to talk about it.
All right, so I guess maybe they were trying to see if they could get Amador to jump on that one.
But you still don't get a 1st down because it's 4th and goal. You do get half the distance.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I guess 1 yard feels easier than 2.
So Calaveras takes a timeout. It's 4th down. I mean, this is a huge, huge play for Amador.
And
if whoever the loser of this game is, they have to hope. All they can hope for at that point is for a tie, right? The best. Hope that somebody beats Sonora or they beat Sonora, and then Sonora beats whoever wins this game. Then they all have one loss.
One loss, yeah.
But
we'll see. But normally I don't know if we'd really say if it's a game-defining down with 8 minutes 35 seconds. But with the way that this offense works, I'd say it definitely is, Frank.
Amador trying to hold on. They're going to pitch it out wide to Moore. Moore catches. He's hammered.
He
short.
stopped short.
He was just hammered. That Amador defense just swarmed. They tried to get more around the right side and tried to get that corner, and look at him stretch that out. Look at the pursuit.
Bill, and that is exactly how you want to do that.
Number 55 came flying across there. Well, not 55. Yes, Clint Lyman.
Yeah.
And there was just blue jerseys everywhere. Amador is going to take over on downs.
Oof, 8:31 left in the ball game.
But with a long way to go from the 2-yard line. Let's call it the 3. So this is the first possession that Amador has had in the fourth quarter here, and they got a full length of the field to go. Drake's going to hand the first one off straight ahead. No gain on the play there, as Villarreal was just stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he was met almost immediately by a whole host of Calaveras right there. 8:14 here left in the fourth quarter.
Both teams with 2 timeouts. I'm not throwing to Dart's side if I'm Amador right now. He's got a pretty good read on what they're trying to do. I'm going to go the other direction.
Yeah, he's been pretty lights out secondary work in the second
well, all
half.
of a sudden, I mean, they became pretty predictable.
Yeah.
When they needed yardage in a play, they were just reading that out, and Dart just started to read it really well. Drake's going to go out of the shotgun this time. Motion coming from right, trying to get around the outside. That's Villarreal. Gets across the 5-yard line, but that's about it. That'll set up a 3rd down and 5, call it 6 for Amador.
So it takes this. Hey, this is a real nice game of Friday night action here. Motherlode League Week 2, KVGC game of the week, 7:20 here left in the ball game. Frank?
Pretty conservative play call right there, I can tell you that. But I know, you're backed up against your own end zone, but still, you need yards. You certainly don't want to kick the ball out of here. And they hand it off again.
I don't know if I'd have done that myself, Frank.
I don't understand it. That is a head scratcher. That is a head scratcher right there. So there's 6:48 left. You're going to punt the ball back to Calaveras, give them good field position. They've been moving the ball. I mean, you held them out right there, but they were knocking right on the door and just chewing up clock. You may not get this back.
No, I don't understand that particular play call there. And Dart coming in hot.
I don't understand the whole series of play. It's a short kick. The ball bounces at the 32-yard line and takes a Calaveras bounce. Somebody grab it. It's down to the 30-yard line, so Calaveras has great field position right now with 6:18 to go as Ammeter goes 3 and out, and just 3 very, very conservative, questionable play calls there. I don't know how else to call it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if maybe they didn't like how the secondary was setting up, or maybe they didn't have. You
got
the
a guy that can
there.
throw the ball. You practice throwing the ball all the time. You've got to throw the ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You got to throw the football. Their defense has been pretty stout all game, Calaveras. The only way you've been able to get some yards, you had a little success with Villarreal in the past before. Moore's going to get it. He gets across the 30 up to around the 25-yard line, gaining about 4 on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 6. And tick-tock as that clock runs under 6 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And again, Calaveras in no rush.
Wiley's got to come off the field. His helmet came off. Number 35, William McCarty, is going to go in to replace him along with number 77, Mason Adelin. So 2nd down and 6 for Calaveras.
5:44 and clock still ticking.
45 seconds as they use them all in between plays in high school football. Motion by Lozano from the left. Give to Moore again. Nice gain on the play. Gets across the 20-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down for Calaveras.
And in that play, they just ran more where Wiley wasn't. I mean, Wiley having to be out for a play, they ran right to him.
Yep. Now Wiley's back in, but that's exactly where they went. The ball sits on the 19-yard line. 1st and 10 for Calaveras. And that Amador defense is in the shadows of their goalposts once again, hanging on for their life with 5:13 left to go in the fourth quarter. All right, Dart breaks the huddle. In control, in no hurry here as the clock runs under 5 minutes. Lozano goes in motion. Handoff again to Moore. They know he's sure-handed. He's not going to cough it up. No gain on the play. Maybe a loss of a yard. But the clock continues to run. Second down. And 11 as a loss of 1 on the play. 4:35 left to go in this contest. 14-10, Calaveras lead.
And we are ticking away.
Dart breaks the huddle again in no hurry. Again, the ball's going to go to Moore. Tackled almost immediately, maybe gained 2 on the play. It'll set down a 3rd down and 9.
So now let's say we get it. We get a stop here. We get a 4th down. What do you think Calaveras is going to do? Do you think they're going to try for a field goal or try to make that long 4?
I think they're going to go for it.
All right, let's see what we got. We got 3rd down and about.
They started that on their own side of the field in the first quarter in the first possession. Here comes Moore on that sweep, trying to get around their outside sweep toss. Nice job by the defense there, stretching that out. Now Wiley again, number 55, Josh Lyman in on that. That'll set up a 4th down. 4th and let's see where they're going to spot it. 4th and 10.
There we go.
So we'll see what Calaveras is going to do. I think they're going to just go for it and let this clock continue to run, probably call a timeout right before they get a delay of game penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Let it run all the way down inside 3 minutes.
And then make the Ammeter Buffaloes run a 2-minute offense.
I don't think they'd be too anxious right now to try to kick a 37-yard field goal to only take a 7-point lead. Their Calaveras takes a timeout. With that, we're going to send it back here. Word from our sponsors. We're going to be back. 2:56 left to go in the 4th quarter. 14-10, Calaveras over Amador. Stay tuned.
For over 35 years, patients of all ages have trusted Jackson Creek Dental with their smiles. Whether you need general care, orthodontics, periodontal care, cosmetic dentistry, implants, or full mouth reconstruction, Jackson Creek Dental can take care of your smile. Voted best dental office in Amador County by readers of the Ledger-Dispatch and Sierra Lodestar. New patients welcome on the web at jacksoncreekdental.com or call 223-2712 today. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here. 4th down, 4th and 10 for Calaveras. Scoreboard shows 14-10 in favor of Calaveras. But Amador looking to capitalize.
They are going to go for it on 4th down here. Dart is back in. The offense is in. It's 4th down and 10. They're going to give this one back to the defense. Dart wants to throw. He's in trouble. He's kicked out to his right, but he's got a 1st down. He gets a corner. Are you kidding me? And fights all the way down to the 2-yard line.
How about that?
Boy, it looked like there were an awful lot of blue jerseys around that corner, and he picked up a couple blocks and got all the way down to the 2-yard line, and that was the dagger.
Oh, boy. It's going to be hard to come back from that one.
That was just a dagger. 2:48 left. Calaveras has it 1st and goal from the 2. Call it looks like the 3, excuse me. And they're going to have a tough time keeping Moore out of the end zone now.
Definitely. He's only got 3 yards to go.
And he's going to get the football. And everybody on the defense knows it. Moore's got it, trying to bounce it outside, and he slips. Lost yardage on the play, back to about the 6-yard line, so now 2nd down and goal from the 6. But that's not even the biggest problem. Calaveras, no, Ammeter calls a timeout. I said, why would Calaveras call a timeout? Ammeter calls a timeout.
I believe that's their second of. Is that their second of the second half?
They need to switch that. Calaveras still has 1. When the official pointed to Calaveras, it went to Amador. So Amador has 1, Calaveras has 1. The scoreboard is not correct right now.
Yeah.
Both teams have 1 timeout left. Obviously, Amador is going to burn that timeout as soon as this play is run, if they're able to keep Calaveras out of the end zone. Calaveras isn't going to throw the ball. They don't want to stop the clock.
No, definitely not.
Coach Clark is talking to his players right now. Whatever you do, do not go out of bounds.
Mm-hmm. Stay within the bounds. Whatever you do, don't let them take you out.
And they're just going to run the clock down. There's 2:42 left. Ammeter only has one timeout left. So, you know, this is second down. They're going to waste it after that. Then they have third down, then 45 seconds, then fourth down. Dart hands it off. Moore trying to get the edge over there. Nice job by Bertero coming up to make the tackle. So third down and goal now from the 4-yard line. And the clock runs inside 2.5 minutes to go.
You know, and Bertero did everything he could to try to take that ball out of Moore's hands, but Moore was not letting that one go.
And I don't know why Amador didn't call a timeout there. You can control the clock on offense. You can't control it on defense. They're just letting the clock run down. So some curious situations here in this in clock management and play calling here in these last few minutes. There again, easy for me. I'm sitting in the booth. Lozano goes into motion. They're going to give it to him. He's going to try to get around the right side. Wiley came diving in there. He stopped for a big loss on the play. Let's see if Amador takes a timeout now. They're not going to. I don't understand this.
Yeah, there's a timeout right there. Amador calling the second timeout, or their third and final timeout, it looks like.
That scoreboard isn't right, I do not believe. So Amador does call a timeout. Loss on the play, so now the ball is back to, it looks like about the, I don't even know. I don't even see the ball placed, but there was a loss in that play. I think it's outside the 10-yard line, so it'll set up a 4th and goal. But there again, 1:44 left. Calaveras leads 14-10. I think Calaveras is happy to just run this play and let this game fall right on the laps of their defense and make Amador do something big.
Let's see. Well, I mean, we know what they're probably going to do. They're probably going to send Dermanuelian and Gedney deep. And
well, the nice thing about high school football, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I'd send Gedney on a go route, but I'd have somebody crossing over the middle. You got to use the middle of the field in high school football because the clock stops when they move the chains. That's what's going to be open. The sidelines they're going to guard, they want to keep you in bounds. The middle of the field is where this is going to be open. And that's what you need to utilize. You need to run some deep crossing patterns across the middle because that's where they're going to be susceptible. But first, they got to stop them right here. It's 4th down and goal from the 10-yard line for Calaveras. 1:44 left. 14-10 Calaveras.
All right.
Calaveras looking to hand the Buffs their first loss of the season. Oh, they're going to try a field goal now. Okay, so this will be a 26-yard field goal, it looks like. He's already connected on – no, that was Wiley, excuse me. So 26-yard field goal is up, and it looks good.
Let's see. And it's good. So at 3 points of that scoreboard, scoreboard shows Calaveras 17, Amador 10. We'll be back with more high school football action. 1 minute, 40 seconds here left in the ball game.
Jackson Tire, located on Highway 49 in Jackson and Highway 88 in Pine Grove, is the place to go for your vehicle. Whether you need new tires or any auto service, Jackson Tire is a dealer you need to know. Visit them at jacksontire.net. That's Jackson Tire. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here. 1 minute, 40 seconds left in the ball game. Scoreboard shows Calaveras 17, Amador 10 off of Selly's kick. After Selly's kick, and Amador has got a lot of ground to cover.
All right, here we go. We're down to the last minute, 40 left. Calaveras is kicking off. Let's see if they kick it deep. They do. It's going to be Villarreal who catches it at about the 3-yard line. He gets across the 15 to the 20, gets brought down there at the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. 1 minute 34 left. The scoreboard shows that Amador has one more timeout. I thought they had used them all, but that's what it shows right now.
I don't have my timeouts counter up there, or I'd tell you for sure.
All right, so here we go. First and 10, 21-yard line. 79 yards to go in 1:34 to try to tie this one up. Drake's going to operate out of the shotgun. Trips to the right. Drake's rolling to the right. Pressure. Has to get rid of it right away. He was pressured by number 44, Zeke Martinez of Calaveras, and he had to dump it, trying to get it to Derman Willian before he was ready to. Incomplete pass. 3 seconds ticked off the clock, so it'll be second down and 10.
1:31. And Amador's got a long way to go.
And a short time to get there.
Short time to get there.
I think there's a song about that.
I think you're right.
All right, here we go. Second down and 10 for the Buffs. Drake again operating out of the gun. Trips to the right. He throws over the middle to Derman Willian across the 35-yard line, slung forward across the 40. The clock stops as they move the chains. The Buffs need to get to the line in a hurry. First and 10 for Amador. That's what I'm talking about. The middle of the field is where you're going to have an opening. He clocks it. Gunner clocks it. So hardly no time off the clock at all because it was stopped while they were setting the chains. As soon as they could go, he clocks it. So it'll be second down and 10. The ball sits at the Amador 43-yard line.
All right, 1:21 fourth quarter, and you could hear a pin drop.
52 yards to go for the Buffs, trying to keep this undefeated season alive, and a 2-0 start to the Mother Lode League and their league championship hopes. Drake back to pass. He's looking. There again over the middle of the field, and Dart intercepts it. I don't know who he was trying to get it to, but Dart picked it off. He's still on his feet. Drake is just not even paying attention. Dart's going to return it all the way for the pick six touchdown.
That's a pick six touchdown. How about that? And we have a whistle.
There's a flag way down here at the 42-yard line. The official just kicked it, and I'm going to say that is coming back. Now, I do not know if it was after the interception or before, but there is a flag that I'm sure is against Calaveras. Now, if that could be a defensive holding call, it would be before the interception, and Amador would retain possession. But here's what we're going to find out.
All right, so we have it was the umpire that made that call.
I don't know who ran the wrong route. You had two split receivers on both sides that were coming together right over the middle, and that meant it took three defenders all the way into the same spot. So somebody ran a wrong route, and he just threw it right into coverage.
I see what the white hat said. Block in the back.
So the interception is going to count. That block in the back will happen after the interception, so it will be Calaveras' ball
and
with 1:03 left.
And barring anything, Frank, I think that's the ball game.
It is the ball game. No question about that. So Dart intercepts a Drake pass. So Calaveras is going to take over, and they're going to run this clock out, and Calaveras is going to walk out of here with a victory tonight, 17-10 over Amador. The clock is running now, less than a minute left, so they'll have to just kneel down on it one time. The players are out there hugging. Disappointing loss for these Buffalo fans who are up, and they're piling out of the stadium now as the remaining seconds clock off. There's the last kneel down by Calaveras, and this one's in the books. A defensive battle we saw here tonight. Calaveras comes over to Amador and defeats the Buffaloes tonight. Final score 17-10. We'll be back with our postgame show right after this.
Central State Credit Union is a great place to begin your search for a new vehicle, and you can share the benefits of your membership by referring family and friends. Just like you, they can save a lot of money with a great rate and a lot of time at the dealership by going in with a pre-approval. Invite your family and friends to experience the difference today. Applying for an auto loan is easy with options including in-branch or online application and pre-approval. Visit them online at centralstatecu.org or call them at 444-5300. Subject to credit approval, federally insured by NCUA.
Football fans, stay in touch with Conifer Communications high-speed internet wherever you are. Stream the game live, connect with fans during and after the game, Facebook Live the winning play, or upload those Instagram photos. Conifer Communications may be local, but offers big-time internet service with fast speed, no data limits, plus VoIP phone service. Connect with Conifer today, 866-378-8393, or stop by their office in San Andreas on Highway 49.
Remember when going for a walk around the block was easy and pain-free? Future you is ready to feel like that again. Mark Twain Medical Center's orthopedic experts are with you throughout the process, from first consultation to your last physical therapy session, so you can get back to living without joint pain, and future you can wander far and wide. Visit marktwainmedicalcenter.org/orthopedics. Mark Twain Medical Center. Hello, human kindness. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at Amador High School. Scoreboard shows final Amador 10, Calaveras 17. And Coach Baker out there rallying his troops at the end of this difficult loss. Games around the league, apparently in a nail-biter up there in Somerville. We had a 7-0 victory with Argonaut edging out over Somerville there, and then there was a rout with Sonora, Sonora beating Bret Hart. Frank?
Well, this one tonight, we saw the two best defenses in the league go at it here, and at the end of the day, it really came down to both opening drives of each half by Calaveras.
Yeah.
And Calaveras offense being able to keep the Amador offense off the field. Amador only had the ball 3 times in each half.
6 times total.
Total. That has not happened. 2 of the possessions in the second half, they went 3 and out on some very questionable play calls, I thought, down by the goal line when they were down. And this game started out, Calaveras, after Ammeter went 3 and out on their first possession, Calaveras started their first possession at the 39-yard line, and like they do, very methodically move the ball down the field, eating up a lot of time. And at the 5:01 mark of the first quarter, Hopper took it in from 4 yards out, and Calaveras had a 7-0 lead, and that was the score at the end of one. Amador went 3 and out on their first possession. After the score, they got the kickoff at the 26th. The first quarter ran out. So basically, they had 1 possession and 1 play in the first quarter. The second quarter started, and that's when they finally got on the board. They got a little something going. The drive stalled a little bit, and Wiley kicked a 23-yard field goal at the 9:19 mark in the second quarter, and Calaveras led it 7-3. After that, the Amador defense held Calaveras, and Calaveras had to punt. And Drake, as Klein was running out in the first half, a beautiful pass to Gedney down the sidelines, and Villarreal finished it off with a 1-yard touchdown run with 34.8 seconds left. And Amador had its first lead of the half at 10-7, and they took that into halftime with Calaveras receiving the second half kickoff.
Yeah.
Well, just as they did with their first possession in the first half, they came out, and on their second play from scrimmage, Moore breaks one 59 yards right up the middle and just races to the end zone, and with 11:10 left on the clock, 50 seconds had run off the clock in the third quarter, and Calaveras took a 14-10 lead. Well, Ammeter got it back, and they went 3 and out, and that was the only possession, the only time they touched the ball in the third quarter, as Calaveras took it and just continued to eat clock, and at the end of 3 still held a 14-10 lead. Well, Argonaut Calaveras, would still have the ball, and they would start at the 42 from the possession from the third quarter. They turned it over on downs as they went forward on 4th down. Amador backed up against their own goalpost. They go 3 and out. So they've got to kick it back to Calaveras. Calaveras gets great field position, and they end up kicking a 26-yard field goal with a minute 40 left to take a 17-10 lead. Amador got one more shot on it. They completed a couple passes to get down to about the middle of the field. Then Drake threw an interception that was picked off by Dart. Calaveras ran out the clock, 17-10. Good football game.
It was a fantastic football game. The one thing that I will say that was probably, I think, the early indicator there was on that last drive when Dart rolled back, stepped back to pass and ended up scrambling for 15, 20 yards on that to get them not only the first down but put them basically on the 3-4 yard line.
Yeah, then they just got backed up and some tough plays by Amador. But at that point, I mean, it was all about time of possession tonight.
It really was.
If you looked at the time of possession and Amador just having to sit on the sideline, get cold, and then have to come up and restart, and then really doing a nice job on field position and turning it over and just ground and pound, they did nothing special.
No.
And as I talked about at the beginning of the game, they're a little bit challenged in that they don't score a lot.
Yep.
But they just run. They run hopper, they run more, and they just keep pounding on you. The clock continues to run, and if you don't have the football, you can't score because Calaveras doesn't turn the ball over.
Absolutely not. All right, so that is going to about wrap it up for us here tonight. A really tough, very good ball game. I think, honestly, probably one of the best games in the league tonight. Calaveras topping Amador, ending their undefeated season 17-10. And now we look on to next week, Frank.
Well, I'll tell you, this really sets up a huge showdown next week as Calaveras travels to Sonora. Both teams are going to go into that 2-0, okay? Amador, right now, is a huge Sonora fan.
Yes.
They want Sonora to win that game so that then they have an opportunity to beat Sonora the following week, which would leave all three teams with one loss. And none of the three teams I'm talking about is going to lose to Bret Harte, Summerville, or Argonaut.
No,
so that would leave a three-way tie. So right now, that's what they're hoping for. So they're big Sonora fans next week as Calaveras travels over there. That's what Amador is hoping for.
Yeah, no, definitely, and I think it's going to be really interesting to see how Somerville comes up, or not Somerville, how Sonora comes up, because having watched them, it is definitely not the Sonora team of past. I think honestly, like if we're giving it an honest appraisal, I think that this year every other team in the league has a good shot at Sonora this year.
Every other team?
Well,
no.
Yeah.
There's two teams that have a shot at Sonora.
Calaveras and Amador. That's every other team.
That's what I said. There were three teams that had a chance and three teams that didn't have a chance. That has not changed.
Yeah.
I've seen every team in this league play several times with the exception of Bret Harte, and I don't need to watch that to know what kind of team they've got.
We don't see that.
It's really down. It's gonna be interesting. The game next week over at Sonora, Calaveras against Sonora. I'm telling you right now, my early pick is Calaveras. That defense and the way they control the clock. Sonora is another team that struggles to score, and I don't think their defense can match up against Calaveras.
Yeah.
Then we're going to have a really nice matchup when Sonora comes here. I'm going to give you my futuristic calls right now. There is going to be a three-way tie in the Mother Lode League this year because Calaveras is going to hand Sonora their first loss since joining the Mother Lode League. Or no, that isn't good. No. Yeah, no, it's not going to. I take that back. Calaveras is going to win the league.
Calaveras going to win
because they're going to beat Sonora next week. Then Amador is going to beat Sonora the following week, and Calaveras is going to win the league undefeated season.
Fantastic.
That's my prediction right now.
All right.
From what I've seen, the eye test that I've put on all the teams in this league, and after what the game tonight, I really thought Amador was going to win this game. But Sonora proved me, or Calaveras proved me wrong. So good on them. Tough loss for the Buffs. They'll recoup. Coach Baker will get them going. Finish out the season strong, get ready for the playoffs.
Yeah, all right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for us here today. We don't have a player of the game today. But I mean, it would be really hard to pick it because, honestly, this was a really well-played game on all sides of the ball. And, I want to commend all of the players, both on Calaveras and for Amador. They played a great game. I liked watching it. It's the first game of the season I've really seen that I've been like, yeah, this is a good ball game.
Well, the player of the game for Calaveras was more.
It was more, absolutely.
No question about that. There's a handful of people on the defense that I could name for player of the game on the defensive side of the ball for Amador. If you put a gun to my head and needed me to make a call on the offensive side of the ball, I'd probably go with Villarreal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was the only one that was really able to make some really good positive yards consistently. I mean, Schultz had a couple of good carries, but it was mostly Villarreal on that.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the final.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Calaveras 17, Amador 10.
All right.
We'll see you next week with the pigskin preview and.
Yeah, that's coming up on Wednesday. So, again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for those who have tuned in on Facebook, or on Facebook, on YouTube. Those of you who have listened, of course, on the radio, all those watching at BG's, and, of course, all the way around the place. We want to thank you all so much for tuning in. We want to thank our sponsors. So, from Amador High School, home of the Thundering Herd, I'm Jake Geedy with Frank Halverson. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Remember, a walk around the block was easy and pain-free? Future you